Lines up and down and rewind. We outside now, no party in the back. Don't wait to fuck around with the niggas in the back. They say that,
Last stream of the year. Might as well get one in. It's going to be 10 o'clock. So if you want to join me for a Cynical New Year's, much love. Let's fix this camera real quick because it just wants to be a fucking pain in the ass. There we go. Okay. I've been gone for a little bit. We took some time off from work, go visit the family, get some stuff taken care of because I'm actually going to be moving in a couple of weeks. We're going to be heading down to the coast, so the streaming is going to change quite a bit. We may not even really do streaming anymore. Well, if we do, it's probably going to be a lot less, and we'll probably get back to the older style of videos where we were there was a lot more content videos and every now and then a live stream. CDN, what's going on, fam? Man, it's been a shitty fucking day, but we made it home. We got some good stuff going on. I got a couple of marbles that are going to be coming in the mail pretty soon. I'm really stoked on that. Got some marbles in the mail not too long ago that were really dope, so stoked on that. I'm home. While I was down there chilling with my family, I had a pen that I was hitting here and there, and I had like one fucking baby Jeter to smoke. That's not the same as dabbing. And not having dabbed for 10 days, I know that this one is going to smack me hard. And I am looking forward to it. So much love to all of you guys because you're going to be here for that. Also, much love to Rich Miller, who sent me this dope Sherlock for Christmas. It's actually nice and heavy. It's got a lot of colors in it, so it's pretty dope. It just is unfortunate that I don't really, smoke a lot of flower. Would have been awesome if he sent me a marble. And also, well, you know what? Let's go ahead and throw my tenants out there before we get started and get any further into tonight. So I'm not here to be everybody's friend. I'm not here to be politically correct. I am not going to say things that everyone agrees with, and I ain't no fucking cartoon character. Now that we've said that, it's going to be 10 o'clock pretty soon. Let's go ahead and take shot number 1 and then take a nice fat dab of this garlic cake because, man. And the thing is, I had this with me the whole time. So it's not like I wasn't able to take a dab because I didn't have it with me. I had it with me. I don't know. I thought to myself, you know what? I bet I can take the break if I really needed to. So I'm going to test myself. And it's funny because normally when I have dabs, I fucking take dabs. But we didn't. So we actually have quite a bit left. And this is a really, what I like. Shit, I don't think I took it out. Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. So we now have a legit full UV set. I mean, I've got everything from the jar to the dabber to the bubble cap to the rig to the drop down. I don't know if they make UV nails. That's the only thing that I don't have, but I don't know if I'd want one even if they did. All right, CDN says, cheers. I'll take one with you. All right, much love, fam. One thing at a time, though. One thing at a time. Oh, we got 3 homies in the chat. What's going on, 3 homies in the chat? I hope that you are all being safe. I got the day off tomorrow, so I ain't going to go anywhere or do anything. I'm going to be chilling here. Actually, I have to go I have to stop by my work so that I can pick up fucking boxes, and then I got to start boxing everything up. I took a couple of storage totes down there already. Basically, I like filled my truck up with storage totes and bags and everything I could take. I took what I could down there, but that wasn't really a whole lot. So I still got to box up all my books and shit. It's gonna take a couple days, but we'll get through it. In the meantime, I also thought about maybe going live on Twitch, but I was like, nah, fuck that, dude. I just want to go live here on YouTube, have a nice little chill sesh, and then, that's it. If anything, maybe we'll also do a live stream on Instagram. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. All right, so I don't know how loud that music is going to be, but it should be fine. We currently have 2 streams going. We got YouTube, we got Instagram. So, hey, anybody that wants to come hang out for a Cynical New Year's, we'll be here. Shot number 1. And then, nice fat dab. Dude, I am so looking forward to this dab. It's going to be glorious as fuck. And I imagine we probably won't have too much company because people are doing like their New Year's stuff. But I figure there's going to be somebody. There's going to be somebody that is just like, you know what? I stayed home. Not really a big go out for the holidays person or go out for New Year's person. I'm going to be honest. I'm a homebody. So I don't really, like, I don't go out to clubs. I don't go and do like social shit. My family always has to pull me out to do that. Like my mom, my little brother and stuff, they'll take me out to bars and whatnot because my mom, she used to be a bartender, so she knows some good spots down there at the coast. But I'm not really that much of a social person, so I'd rather just be at home taking my dabs, chilling with this little guy. That's what sounds like a good night to me. But yeah, it doesn't look like, I don't think we're going to get anybody in the Instagram stream, but at least we let them know that we are live. So we'll just go ahead and end the live stream, but we will throw one more, heads up out there. So to anybody that gets this far into the Instagram live stream, we are going to stay on YouTube. So if you guys want to come hang out, bring in the New Year's with us, we will be there. All right. Let me go ahead and publish that real quick and we'll take this shot. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just do that. Cynical New Years. Check out the YouTube page. Motherfucker. All right, 3 homies in the chat. What's going on, 3 homies in the chat? Let's do this. Much love. It's fucking dab time. God, I'm looking forward to this dab. It's going to be amaze balls. Woo! So let's reflect on this year a little bit. We didn't really do much. Got a new job and just kind of buckled down and did that. But the thing that kind of got me was that it was only a part-time. I wasn't really able to find anything else, so I've just been working part-time. It makes it a lot harder to not just like save money, but then to do things that I like to do, like invest in glass and shit like that. So it's been a really slow year. Brother Bingus, Happy New Year, sir. Let me know if you'd like to get on camera. We're just gonna be chilling until midnight. I am about to take my first dab in like 10 days. I took a little break. I was down at the coast. And you know what? While we have so many people here, thank you for tuning in. Let's go ahead and break open my case of marbles here so that I can show you guys. Because even though we didn't really expand on like rigs or anything like that, we actually expanded quite a bit on the marble collection, and we're not even done yet. There's a marble that's being made right now that's a custom that it should be coming in the next like week or two, and then there's another marble that's already made and is being shipped. Let's see. Brother Bingus says, link me. Okay, give me 1 second, sir. Put this down real quick so I can get my type on. Let's bring up Brother Bingus real quick. Where can I search? Okay. The primary. There it is. Bam. All right, Brother Bingus, I am sending it to your Instagram. Yep. All right. And then what else was I? Oh, so we'll wait till Brother Bingus gets in, so that way I don't miss him on camera and he doesn't have to wait like in the lobby while I'm showing you guys the marbles. But yeah, we got some actually really cool marbles this year, so I'm pretty stoked on that. And it's kind of what I thought would be neat is just to explore like a different avenue of the art form. And so I've actually been like collecting a lot of non-functional glass. We got a couple of sculpture pieces. But the Bingus.
So, brother Mike's been Happy New Year's.
Good to see you, sir.
Back at you. Continue. Don't let me interrupt.
Oh, you're so we added some marbles to the collection this year, and yeah, I thought it would be cool to just kind of look into non-functional stuff because I've collected quite a few rigs and accessories and stuff like that. So I thought it would be kind of neat to just like explore glass art. And, we actually got some really cool marbles. So check this out, guys. Go ahead and bust this open.
Oh, nice.
So, like, this one is one of the newer ones that we got in, and it is the actual mind-blown emoji.
That's nice.
And what I love about a lot of these marbles is the depth, because that mushroom cloud actually goes down to the very bottom of the marble. So it's got a lot of depth, and it's really neat.
I like the color when you look down on from the top too, that kind of opal stone look almost, but it's more of a mushroom. It's like a spiral cloud, That's cool.
Then we have, this is actually the newest one that we got, and I had been, let's see if we can get it to focus. So this particular artist, his name is Eli Mazette, and he does really awesome stuff, and I'd been trying to get a marble of his for a while, and I finally found them on Etsy, and they were actually on sale. So I was able to get this for really cheap. Let's see if we can, come on, man, focus. There we go.
There we go. Oh, that's
so on this side, it kind of looks like the sea with maybe like some foam. But then like you turn it around.
It's like the sea when you're it's coming up to you, your bare feet. Oh my God, look at that. What the hell, dude? That's like a vortex.
And there's a big old shiny opal down there. So, I mean, marbles can be so cool, brother. And so this is one of them then one of the other new ones that I got
Wow.
is this guy right here. So there's let's see if we can get it to focus. There's a purple satin honeycomb on this side. And then this guy, he actually takes a Dremel tool and he carves the other side. So we have a sunflower eye.
Jeez, man. That's cool. The eye is the back part, right?
Yes, sir.
That's
And there's just so much detail, brother. Like, it's so intricate. I thought that was really neat.
dude, I like that. That's really nice.
So we've added some really cool stuff, just non-functional art wise, to the collection this year. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't really think I need any more rigs. Like, I don't think I need any more smoking accessories. So I'm pretty sure that at this point, I'm just gonna focus on other types of glass art, like marbles, shot glasses, stuff like that, because there's some really cool stuff out there.
Well, glass blowing is such an art form, and these guys, there's so many unique artists out there that are taking it to new levels. I mean, I've always something about the sphere, number one, has always drawn me in. All right, marbles when I was a kid, but you know, I used to have all kinds of marbles. You know, you lost your marbles. That was kind of a saying, you know, right? Why? Because you wanted to keep those little orbs for yourself, right? Don't lose your marbles, right? And it was kind of a sin, basically, to be losing your marbles, especially if you're competing in a game with others. You lose your marbles. I mean, you really kind of walk home in shame.
It's all bad.
But that's really cool, dude. I mean, are those spendy? I mean, I'm just curious. I mean, I don't know. You don't need to tell me, but
So, brother, the one that looked like the cave with the opal in it,
yeah.
I got that on sale on Etsy for $100.
Okay.
And honestly, I don't consider that a lot of money for a marble like that, because
Actually, I thought they'd be more. Yeah.
Yeah, I see a lot of guys well, and that's the thing, is I think it really is dependent on the artist, because there are some marbles that I've seen that are much smaller than that, brother, and they go for a lot more, and they're even less detailed, but it's more about the artist that makes them. Maybe they don't make marbles very often, so it is kind of specific to the artist. But what I will say is that anybody that is looking to collect marbles, if you really wanted like a super intricate or a super heady one, you could spend $250, $300 and you could get a custom that would blow your mind. So it really just depends on what you want or how much you're willing to spend. But what I would say is the crazy thing, get on Etsy. Just get on Etsy and type in glass marble, and there's a lot of really cool stuff on there.
That's huge. Yeah, that's great. See, people are learning by doing the things that they love, especially artistically wise, through the social media outlets. You can actually make a pretty good living. You can have that slice of freedom that you were promised, that somehow you never seem to get working for other people. You know what I mean?
It's a crazy thing, brother. Social media is a gnarly animal, and those of us that have learned to utilize it properly have been able to do fairly well for ourselves. I will say, unfortunately, I'm not one of those people. I've never made any money off of my Instagram or my YouTube, but it's one of those things that even as a hobby, I think that it's a lot of fun, and I think that it's something that I'm going to continue to do. Like, one thing that I'm actually going to focus on in 2023 is getting back to a regular video type of style where I actually review stuff and talk about glass items, because I feel like at this point I've accumulated so much glass. There are actually topics that I could go back and revisit that like I've already done videos on, and I'd probably be able to address them a little bit better than I did originally in those videos.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, dude, we've been doing this now for about 5 or 6 years, right, Mike?
It has been a minute, sir.
All right. So it's good that you're, still there and you're doing it. It's the tapestry has changed dramatically. I was just thinking about that today, and I saw you were online. I thought, "All right, let's go back to the old days when Mike and I used to talk, and we used to have live streams, and it's just I don't know, man. I don't want to speak negatively of things, but they seem to be going in kind of a self-serving direction. Um, I never thought that I would have as many followers, right? But it's almost like you wouldn't think it is, but the more you get, the more restrictive things become, and it's not as
Absolutely.
much fun, you see. And I don't know. I'm a little perplexed. I'm trying to gravitate towards higher positive energy, especially in this coming new year. It's kind of my resolution. It's my daily resolution, basically, is to vibrate in a higher energy, and I'm doing pretty good. But I have to stay away from a lot of the negativity, or I get triggered into thinking negative shit. Like I want to beat the shit out of somebody, or you know what I mean, like that. Because I have kind of a little bit of post-traumatic stress. So when I see a lot of disrespect, I guess what I'm talking about is respect. There's not a lot of accountability and respect. All right. And that really pisses me off. And it's like, because that's the way I was taught. Now, should it piss me off? Probably not. Oh, everybody should, everybody gets a trophy. In my opinion, no, no, not from me.
And I
You're
think
not going to get a trophy from me.
that's the crazy thing, Brother Bingus, is I'm going to be 35 next year. I already feel like I'm very, very out of place in this world because of the way that I think and the ideals that I hold, because I see what's going on around me and what's becoming the accepted status quo and the norm. And I have to say, aside from all of that just being stuff that I kind of disagree with, like people are getting dumber. There's nothing common about sense anymore. You like it's becoming harder to be someone's friend because you and I essentially have to agree on every tenet of our lives, and if we happen to disagree on one single aspect, then you are now my enemy. And yeah, it's absolute craziness, and I don't understand why people are experiencing this change in thinking, or how it's disseminating through our culture so quickly and so powerfully. It's something I've been trying to wrap my head around, but it's also something I've just been trying to accept, is that we may be at this part in history where there is going to be a divide, and there's going to be people that kind of understand and people that kind of don't. And the unfortunate thing is, right now, the powers that be are really trying to rally the folks that can't necessarily think for themselves, and they're doing a damn good job of it.
Yeah. What we're talking about, you just made me realize, is fear. The fear level has been raised over the last 2 3 years to the ceiling, and you're afraid to breathe. All right, and basically, all right, so that's your basic thing for survival is air. So masks and this stupid injection that they want us to believe in. That's another thing is belief. You got to believe. I don't even
Trust the
like the
science.
word. I don't like
Trust
the
the
word.
science. Mm.
I don't even like the word. I would rather seek a deeper understanding, which allows room for adjustment, right? I mean, people, something they believe. I mean, they'll die for what they believe in, and it may not even be close to the truth, you know. And when they're dead, they're going to look back and go, "Fuck, I messed up." You know what I mean? So but I think the fear is what's causing all this rising of tension, driving. Uh, People don't want to work. Customer services. I think they removed that reference from the dictionary. I don't. There is no customer service anymore. I automatically go to the self checkout line because people don't know how to bag my groceries anymore. I'm just like, get fucking stay away, you know. And then they want to sit and have a conversation. Dude, get my shit in my bag and get me out of here. All right, I'm not your buddy today. Sorry. Paper or plastic? Can't you see? I don't really care. I think there's a country western song about that. It's just like, you know. So, but it's the fear. I don't adopt to that. I'm not fearful. I'm not a fearful person. People don't scare me. Your words don't, I mean, people like to say shit, especially online. It's funny to me. They'll say stuff and like, oh, think you, what, you know,
We're the outliers, brother. Yeah, because there's a lot of folks that look at that and they drink it up and they say, yes, I'll be afraid, but you know, we like to question the narrative. I think that's what it is we like to question the narrative.
I research. I spent the last 20 years trying to figure out the truth. Some guy, when I was in trouble with the law, and we were sitting there in jail, and he was trying to explain all this shit to me. He was a kid, and he was very bright, and I wasn't having it. I was like, nah, you're full of shit. He goes, tell you what, you know how to use a computer? I go, yeah. He goes, look it up. I go, dude, all right. And he was right. And then I started to look at the situation I was in. I started challenging all the different, what we think is reality. And it freaked me out. For a couple of years, I was very annoyed, basically, with the fact that I had to relearn everything that I thought was true. And this is 20 years ago. And now I'm still learning, but I'm a little bit more adjusted to the situation of what the truth is. And we're basically slaves, is what it boils down to. And if the government, all right, is a hammer, you do not want to look like a nail, right? And understanding how to get your little slice of freedom, that's what I was talking about, is crucial, because then they can't mess with you as much, you know? And so the basic tool that they use to surveil us, we can turn it on them to not pick their pocket, but to get what we were promised that they refused to give us. All right. And however you want to do it, do it. I grow cannabis. All right. And I get sponsors. That's cool. Right. I could monetize. I choose not to because I don't want to be part of the machine. Right. But I would if that was the only way to get it done. I mean, money, it's not even money, but I mean, there is a need for some kind of currency to pay for our little prisons that we live in, or these little wood boxes, and, make sure you can pay your traffic fines and your taxes. And
got to be able to keep the lights on over here. Yeah.
So money is an issue. But if you do what you love and you're getting paid for it, then at least it's not quite, slavery isn't quite as abusive to your nature. You know what I mean? Anyway, sorry, I kind of went off there.
All very true things, brother. Always nice to have the wisdom of Brother Bingus on the channel.
I don't know. Dude, I'm still learning. I should have known this when I was a kid. I'm behind.
But really, and so it's funny that you would mention that, brother, is that there's a lot of deprogramming, and it's in its stages, because first you have to realize that you've been programmed incorrectly in the first place, and that there's a need to rewrite the software, so to speak. So I mean, that is a process in itself, is just realizing, oh shit, maybe the stuff that I thought before was a little incorrect or not as close to the truth as I thought it was. That's a big step to take. So I think that acknowledging the fact that we could dig a little bit deeper and ask questions, and that's one of the things, as far as Panda Cat, what's going on, fam? As far as having people in the discussion, that's a very common set of questions that I love to ask people before we start going down the rabbit hole that is conspiracy theories. And I love to put it this way, and so we'll do it just as a thought exercise. It's like 3 questions. First question is it possible that the government could lie to us? And it's very important to specify that when I say this, I am not saying that the government is currently lying to us. I am saying exactly what I said. Is it possible that the government could lie to us? That's possible, right? So,
yeah.
if that's possible, is it then possible that politicians who are part of that government system could also lie to us? Again, not that they do, just is it possible? It's possible, right?
Absolutely.
If we can agree on those 2 things, then is it possible that a government funded facility like the public schools that we all went to as children could teach us lies from a very early age? Not saying that they do, just asking if it's possible.
Well, not only is it possible, but they're doing it unknowingly. They don't realize what they're doing. They actually believe what they're doing is proper and correct and moral because they've spent the majority of their life to get the the transcript that it takes to actually sit there and say they're a teacher.
So it's a system. It's a system that we have been put into, and it's been very, very carefully thought out and very meticulously implemented. They did not forget to cross any T's or dot any I's. They've thought about a lot of different contingencies, and the plan is very solid, which is why it would take quite a few of us to turn shit around. And you know, as unlikely as that is, that's also why there are what I would call truth warriors like Brother Bingus and myself that like to get out there and research stuff and just tickle your brain every now and then and just get you to think about some stuff. Because if I can get someone to think about something they've never thought about before on my live stream, I think I did a pretty good thing.
Absolutely, man. I'm coming to the conclusion Tesla said it's about vibration and energy, right? And the more I study, the more I realize that the only real thing we can control while we're breathing in this meat suit called the human body is what we think. But they fill us with so much fear. They reduce our energy to a mere 10% capacity approximately. And it becomes pretty much hard for anybody to even come to that conclusion that I need to raise my energy, right? So until you start making some of these realizations, you can't, you're stuck. If you're using 10% of your capacity on an average, I mean, that wouldn't even start your car. You know what I mean? So we have, and where's that other 90% of the energy going? They're sucking that off. I mean, that's the analogy of them feeding off our energy by keeping us in a lower vibration. That gives them an excess of energy to feed off of, meaning they don't have to do anything because we're doing everything. You see what I'm saying? But
vampires just sucking the life right out of us.
Yeah, these concepts people don't. I mean, if you're at a 10% capacity, how could you understand that type of a? It's simple. I mean, it's pretty basic stuff, right? But due to the systematic indoctrination of your mind, it's you don't want to go there because that goes against what you were taught as soon as you entered their indoctrination camps in kindergarten, where you got juice and you got to actually take a nap. I mean,
it runs contrary to initial programming.
Exactly. Very good. Very good. So yeah, man, I don't know. It's the more you learn about it, the more alarming it is, but the calmer you become because you're releasing, right? Which frees up energy to, I think I'm vibrating at 11%. Wait a second. I just made 12%. I mean, there is no way to measure that, but you start feeling like, wait a second, the lights are going on here, And I don't know, man. People give me shit for a lot of this stuff, but I don't really care anymore. It's like, I'm not hateful towards others that don't understand and that actually want to believe something else. Go ahead, because I know in time you're going to come to the same conclusion. I actually think Earth is moving into a higher energy as a planet. That's another thing to recognize. We're on a planet, we're on a rock that barely has an atmosphere, hurtling through space towards a black hole. Let's 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 take it back a bit, you know. So I mean, if you knew that you're going to enter a black hole, what, billions of years from now, but you're still a part of this. Mother Earth is your mother. Father Sun is the light that gets everything going, and you know it boggles the mind. But then you think those that have us enslaved, they know all of this. They don't want us to think at those levels. Don't look up. You're going to see the layer of film that we're spraying. They call them chemtrails, but it's really, I've learned, a military effort to reflect away the increase of energy from the sun because our atmosphere is shrinking. Okay.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, it's not really. I mean, the after effect, of course, is not. It's polluting the planet, but it's better than having it burn up. You see, in their mind. All right, so there's a lot of military, undercover military operations that have been going on for hundreds of years, really.
Oh, yeah.
So, uh,
Lots of stuff on the hush hush. Lots of stuff that they don't want us to know about, like the what was the anagram for it? Dumb, the deep underground
oh yeah,
military bunkers. Those are crazy because I mean we're talking about cities underneath our feet. Hundreds and thousands of miles worth of tunnels that go God knows where. And I mean, it may sound crazy to some people, but I honestly believe now throughout time, some of them may have caved in or been closed off. But I think that at one time, as much as you could walk around on the face of the earth, I think that if you knew where to go, you could actually go anywhere you wanted subterranean.
hmm
Subterranean.
absolutely. Here, you bring up a great subject, brother, because this ties into. We go back to 1971. They sent out two probes, the Pioneer probes. They sent them in different directions because they wanted to figure out why all the planets were leaning, okay, in one direction. There was obvious some kind of magnetic gravitational pull coming from somewhere. All right. So they wanted to get a better understanding. Now, fast forward to I think the 80s or 90s, they found one of the probes found a dwarf sun, a dark star that was like a turning our galaxy into a binary sun galaxy, right? But we can't see this dark star that's been documented by NASA, all right, that has its own planetary revolving network of planets, just like we do. Only it's a burnt out dwarf star that's millions and billions of years older than our sun. All right. It comes through every approximately 12 to 13,000 years, and it creates a destruction cycle on Earth. Now, it's so powerful in its magnetic pull that it causes all the planets in our galaxy to lean towards it. And as it comes in, the more the planets lean. And if you look out there in space right now, all the planets are leaning a lot. Earth, not as much, but the North Pole has moved. I think we're trying to do some countermeasures down in Antarctica, maybe to create some buoyancy so that we don't flip over, all right, and create another catastrophe cycle. But getting back to the people inside the Earth, every 12,000 years, where do they go? If you look back to the ancient esoteric knowledge that nobody wants us to study, they went underground. All right. So How many times has this cycle happened in the history of planet Earth? It is said at least 5 times. So there might be inside the Earth 5 different versions of humanity that are still alive and don't want to come onto the fucking surface because they realize what that means. You're going to get extinguished. So why did they start building the dumps just like all the other 5 versions before us did? They knew that this dark star was coming in. And this is a fact, man. They once that information came out, they pulled all the information about the Pioneer satellites, which are still out there, by the way, right? Still sending back information. They discredited the scientists that revealed the information, and both of those scientists magically died of throat cancer.
Oh,
That's how bad they don't want us to know the truth of the narrative. We're in a 12,000 year destruction cycle on the surface. The atmosphere is shrinking, just like it has 5 other times, according to ancient history. If you read the cuneiform tablets, okay, that have been left to us, if you look at the cities that were purposely buried to conserve the information that they wanted us to realize and know, because this is a cycle, it continues. But does anybody talk about this? Nobody even knows about it. All right. So thank you for having given me the opportunity to bring it out. But I think there's plenty of human beings. When we talk about aliens and alien abductions, I don't think they're coming from out there. I think they're coming from inside the earth. All right, from other cultures of humanity that have been around for probably millions of years. So, Happy New Year.
50% of all UFO sightings go into a body of water and not into the upper atmosphere.
That's another thing to see. I mean, dude, if we knew what we're supposed to know,
Less than 6%, I think we've discovered so far, brother. We're not even in double digits yet. We're not even close to 10 fucking percent.
The last flood. They did ice core samples. They know what happened. All right. The sea levels rose 400 feet.
Well, you know what I
The
think is
ice
crazy?
caps melted.
I've seen a lot of videos of just like people taking pictures of the stuff out there in Antarctica. And I don't know about you, but it looks like there are arches and columns carved out of the ice. And at first I thought, you know what? Maybe they're natural formations, or just like how people like to say, oh, that just took a couple 100,000 years, but the rain did that. And then I really started looking at them closer, and I'm going to be honest, sir, there's a lot of architecture that we probably don't know about in Antarctica, because there, I mean, you can see the structure in some of the ice. And to me, it's a lot like it's almost like Sodom and Gomorrah. There's a video on YouTube of a gentleman that actually went out to Sodom and Gomorrah to document the fact that there is nothing there. And you can actually still find lumps of sulfur in the ground. And it's just evidence of gnarly things that happen in our world. I'm not saying that the story behind all that stuff is true, but what I am saying is you can go out to that place and you can see what happens, what looks like the remnants of history that is written about, that has been left behind for us. So I do definitely think that there's more to this world to understand than you could probably ever fit into a lifetime. But aside from that, I think that we are very much being steered away from what is good and true and being sold a narrative so that we live a certain way.
Yep. No, I don't know. It's a deep subject, but it's something that it is actually coming to light. We're in that time now where we're going into a higher density. The earth is going, the sun isn't yellow anymore, it's white. All right. Just the color change indicates higher vibrating energy. Okay. White is a higher vibrating energy than yellow. All right. Look at the sun. We're moving in above the meridian or the middle part of the Milky Way, which is positive, more positive energy. All right. So we're awakening. A lot of the latent DNA is activating. Thus, the jab. All right. Thus, they know. Here's the other thing about the negative polarity I've learned. You can gravitate to the negative polarity of life, like those that rule over us make a habit of and have for the last 12, 13,000 years. But you're going to hit a ceiling. Any negative action, eventually you hit a ceiling and you crash down. All right. And then you sit at the bottom of your mountain that you thought you climbed and reached the top of, and you get the poor me attitude, or you recognize that, hey, I can do this in a better way, a more positive way. Usually not. Usually it takes a few more times climbing up that mountain, doing all the things even better, even more negative, and you hit that ceiling and bam, back down. So sooner or later, you get tired of that shit, and you have to choose a positive polarity. That's why I'm saying I don't. And this is a fact that I've learned to be very true, at least for me. All right, I've experienced it myself in a lifetime, uh, and that's why I don't feel bad for those that are being confused. Because of a near-death experience that I've had when I had open heart surgery, I know in my heart we don't die. All right, so we're immortal spiritual beings, and immortality is a very long time. So I'm I've adopted a more patient approach with those that are being negative, and I'm just kind of looking at them. Well, are you going to hit that ceiling? Are you close to hitting that ceiling? And can I give you a hand up when you do hit it? All right. Or, okay, you're not close. You're still climbing that mountain of negativity. Fine. I'm just going to step back, keep an eye on you so that you don't throw rocks my way, and let it go. Right. So, but at least I've come to this understanding because I've had to relearn everything that was taught to me in the indoctrination camps. And I like going to school and taking my nap and drinking my juice.
Mhm.
You know? So, man, it's a pleasure to come up and talk with the like mind, brother Mike. Appreciate it, man.
Always, brother Biggest. It's good to see you, sir. So I'm glad I could get online and share some camera time with my brother, bringing the new year.
Right on. Right
How has the grow been going lately? You got
Very
any
good.
new strains that you're excited about?
Again, uh, this kind of relates to what we're talking about. When you change your vibration, the things that you're doing change. Things have never been better, Mike. I'm being blessed in ways that I can't even imagine when it comes to crossing strains and having prodigy or children or plants out of that crossing that are just phenomenal. Uh, I'm just very grateful, really. And it's what I do. Here's the thing, it's a lot of work, and I've been doing it in a rotation garden now for this will be going into my fourth year. So I've been doing it 3 years as of today. Okay, and uh, no break, and it's not hard work, but it's every single day. So it starts to wear on you a little bit. Um, but all I step back and I just look at how the plants have taught me what they want, you know, and they're blessing me with some of the gifts that they have to offer. And that also goes out to others that need medical benefit of cannabis. I have a handful of people that I provide for, and they're very loyal because the product is it's grown with love and it shows, you know. So it's going really well to answer your question. And I see. I want to keep my life going in this direction, but I've really considered walking away from YouTube, but then I'm thinking, nah. I mean, you even mentioned to me because it's what got things rolling. You don't want to walk away, so I've upped my effort here recently, and you're going to see some. Hopefully, you're going to see some huge change in my YouTube page, Vengus503. But we'll see. I'm going to try something different and see
I
if it.
think just what happened with my stuff, Brother Bingus, is as long as we've been doing it, I just figured I would keep trying until I figured out the formula. But at the end of the day, what I need to do is step back and just accept the fact that this is a really fun hobby, and that what I enjoy about it is the community and the people that I've been able to connect to. So I think just changing my mindset about it, because I mean, fuck, if I was going to be successful, I'd have been successful by now. So the my thing is to just keep plugging at it. And if something happens, then hey, awesome. I'll have the background and the catalog behind me. And if not, it's something that I can do as something that I love and I really enjoy because of the community that I'm part of. If I didn't have my YouTube channel, I would have never met my brother Bingus and been able to have awesome talks like this.
the the computer makes the world a much smaller place. And it's amazing to me the opportunities that could spring up by touching others all over the world. And it's been very beneficial for me in that regard. Um, I, I, the negative aspect of it has grown as well. And I just, like I said, I'm trying to be patient with it and just stay away from it as much as possible. But in the cannabis, see, that's another word, community. I don't look at it as a community. I mean, and people get pissed at me when I say this. I've taken a lot of again some flack, but it's the community is where everybody helps each other out. They don't tear each other up, and there are cliques in this. And the other thing, it's a way larger um, neighborhood, or I'm not sure what to call it. The cannabis culture is way larger than the little group that we're associated with. When I worked at a hemp farm for about a year, and the cannabis industry on YouTube they didn't like that. They didn't like the fact that I was on YouTube. It's like, you're one of those guys. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? But we learned from each other. They ended up kind of accepting what I do, and I learned a lot from them. And they're no longer in business, and I'm still on YouTube. So it's, but YouTube brought that opportunity to my door. I mean, the guy from the farm came into my live stream, invited me over to the farm, and I ended up working there. So it's by utilizing this format, you never know what you're going to run into, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I have built
Yeah.
some bridges with some pretty awesome people, sir. Been able to meet lots of folks, and I mean, shit. Like, I I would have never have thought that I was the kind of person or personality that would ever have a fan base. But like, there are people that have actually gone out of their way to come here into my town and meet me just because of this stuff that we do here on camera. And I mean, some of that is just the craziest shit to me. Like, that folks connect with us on that level, or they appreciate the information that we give them that much. Because one of the things that I've always tried to do as far as the educational content that I put on the channel when it comes to like glass is I've always tried to be neutral. I'm not sponsored by anybody. My opinion is because of my experience and my own use with the product. So I think that one of the small niches that I've been able to fill is that if people actually want a genuine opinion, they can feel confident going to my channel. And that's something that I've always been really proud of, and I think is going to continue. Because, and like, the thing that I think about is one of the videos that I made that I would have never have thought would get any views. It was like how long to heat your quartz banger. I think like last week or a couple weeks ago, we hit a little over 100,000 views on that.
Wow, nice.
So,
That's
I
good.
mean, just to be able to say as a content creator, I have a video that's been watched 100,000 times, that feels pretty good.
That's awesome, dude. That's quite an accomplishment. I don't have any videos that have had that much views. Mine are just kind of, I'm not, I've tried to figure it out, dude. And it's, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I actually am talking to some experts now. That's why I'm saying, hoping that I'll come up with some insight to how to make this work better. Um, they've,
Teach me, brother. Teach me. I have an
well,
open
they're
reception
showing
on
me
what
some
you
stuff.
learned.
They're
Man,
showing me some stuff that, anyway, we'll see. About a month from now, I'll have way more information, but we'll see. I don't know, man. I'm just going to keep doing what my higher thinking, my higher self is directing me to do, you know, and I want to just keep doing that. Basically, people chuckle at that, but it's the truth, man. If you can't connect with that voice inside of you that comes from above, then you know what I mean.
you're
It's
really missing out. No, I
yeah.
know exactly what you're saying, brother.
So, but I don't mean to sit up here and just hog your live stream either, brothers.
Not at
Um,
all. Good conversation, sir. And that's what we've been due. I haven't really been live too much. Haven't had you on in a while, so we were due for a good conversation. No worries.
I haven't been over here as much as I should. I just, dude, I kind of walk away from it. Really, I just spend time in the garden and contemplate other things. And when I come back, I'm always shocked at the difference. I mean, things change here so quickly. It's a microcosm of real life, only about 10 times faster. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, with the quickness, sir. I'll be right back. Just gotta grab soda.
Right on, right on. Panda Cat, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you in chat there, man. See him over here. I don't know. It's just me and Mike. Okay. I love it. I love it. What's that? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Over there.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to go over to my oldest boy's house here in a few minutes, buddy. So I'm going to get off. And he's, we're having a little celebration. They're having a child. So I'm going to be a grandfather for the first time. So it kind of exciting new year coming up for me as well. And
That is amazing, brother. Well, all right. I don't know how the weather is over there in California. Over here, it is raining cats and dogs. So please
yeah.
be careful on your way over there. We love you. Have a great new year. And I look forward to seeing you and talking to you soon.
All right, brother. You take care.
Brother Bingus, everybody. And, it's always good to have company on the stream. It's always good to see friends that we haven't seen in a little while. So if anybody feels like getting on, let me know if you've been on before. Get you up here, say what's up, say Happy New Year. Until then, hey, you're stuck with my ugly mug. We just chilling. Wasn't a super fat dab, but I tell you what, I feel it. And it feels great. As nice as it was, I guess, to take a break, like, holy shit, now I know why I take dabs, because I was stressed the fuck out while I was visiting my family. And if I'd have just taken a dab here and there, I would have been way better. But yeah, we are probably going to get back to a different level of content creating, guys. We've been doing just pretty much purely live streams lately, and I feel like I've kind of gotten lazy with content. So we are going to be moving. The setting is going to change for sure. But I'm going to continue to try to put out content. So I think that what I'm going to go back to, since I may not necessarily have the best internet connection where I'm going, I'm going to try and just make really good content that I upload. So even if we don't do live streams, I want the videos to be really good quality, to cover good stuff, and to just have good information in it. So just like I was telling Brother Bingus, I really think that at this point, I have so much glass in my collection, we could just go through the shit that I have, and I could re-explain even videos that I've already done and just do a better job of it now that I have more experience, not just with the glass, but with different glass blowers and different shapes and styles of all this kind of stuff. Because I mean, like when I first started out smoking, I actually was really against terp pearls and spinner caps, but that was because the first spinner cap that I ever bought was a Gordo Scientific, which I thought would be amazing, right? This is supposed to be one of the top companies. This is supposed to be the shit. But I got one of their like V2s, and it was garbage. Those holes are not big enough. There's not enough airflow. I used 3mm ruby pearls. I cannot get them to spin that well. So it does make a difference, the cap that you have. Fast forward a couple years, I got a One Trick Pony channel cap that just has 2 cuts on opposite sides. It doesn't even have the intricate shit that Gordo Scientific would need to do to make the little spiral thingy. All it has is 2 cuts along the side. This thing whips around these pearls better than any fucking spinner cap that I have. So I think that we have stuff to talk about. I just need to make the fucking videos, and I've been lazy lately because I've been sort of bummed. Like as much as I am excited that we're going to be starting something new and we're going to be moving, I'm kind of bummed because I've lived here for like 6 years now, and I don't know, it's just a good spot. But things change, life happens, and now we got to move. So it's time to go down to the coast, start a new chapter, and start a new chapter. It is 10:55, guys. I'm going to wait until 11 o'clock, and we are going to take shot number 2. And then we're going to take a nice fat little dab. So I hope that you guys have stuff to chill on. Make sure that you're safe if you are going somewhere. Just like I told Brother Bingus, we want to make sure that you get there safely. It is New Year's, so even aside from you maybe being a little tipsy, there's also all these fucking drunk assholes that are going to think that they can get where they're trying to go. I'll be honest, there's been plenty of times where I take a couple shots and I'm going to Jack in the Box because it's just around the corner. But yeah, if I were taking shots, I'm never going to fucking go across town to fucking Chipotle or something. It's going to be whatever's close because I know I can make it. The craziest thing about conversations with different people is how much things can change depending on the way that you look at the world. Because if you accept Brother Bingus's outlook on the cosmology of the universe, then there's so many different things happening at any given time. For one, we are rotating around the sun. The moon is rotating around us or something like that. And then aside from us rotating around the sun with other planets, the sun and us are spinning through space, rotating towards something through the Milky Way galaxy. There's all this crazy movement going on. And what I should have, I didn't have enough time to discuss it with him because he had somewhere to go. So that may be a topic that we discuss maybe next time we have him on, because the craziest thing about having different ways of looking at the world is there's a worldview that if you look at that, the whole spinning through the cosmos towards a black hole thing is not even valid. So it's pretty gnarly. And the crazy thing is there's actually quite a bit of science, I guess you could say, that could prove both. Just depends on how you look at it. And really, that's what we argue over at the end of the day. It's not that we see different truths. We're all looking at the same data. What we argue over is our interpretation of the data. Deacon, I do not understand what is wrong with this dog tonight. He has been steady chewing on his fucking asshole, and I can just hear it. You guys may not be able to hear it, but I can hear it, and it's disgusting. Mellow 559, what's going on, fam? We are about to take a fat dab of this garlic cake, chill for a little bit, and bring in the new year. I hope that you guys are having a good night. 2 more minutes until 11 o'clock. It is 10:58 Cali time. I don't know what time it is where you are, but I sure am glad that you're here. Yes, sir. Well, you know what? I guess we can fire up the torch real quick while we're waiting for 11 o'clock. We got 1 minute left. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Actually, one more Q-tip. Let's clean this properly. Mello says, Happy New Year Eve. Happy New Year's Eve, fam. Much love. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're having a good night. Hope you're having fun and being safe. I am chilling at home. I'm in my pajamas. I just got back from the coast. It is raining pretty fucking hard outside. And I gotta say, it was raining pretty fucking hard down at the coast when I left. It was foggy. It was windy. It was a shitty ass fucking drive over here. Oh yeah. Then my right front passenger tire decided to pop on me after I think we hit somebody's, like a piece of somebody's fender that got left on the road from an accident, because on my way to the spot where my tire fucking popped, I passed probably like 4 wrecks. And I think maybe what I hit was the piece of something that maybe they put on the tow truck and it like fell off as they were moving, or it came off the fucking car as it was getting put on the tow truck and nobody noticed. I don't know. But seriously, it was big. It was a big fucking hunk of plastic, and it looked like a piece of somebody's like bumper or their fender. Well, it was raining really, really hard, so I was not going to swerve to get out of the way because I would have totally lost control. I hit that shit. And the crazy thing is that didn't even pop my tire immediately. I feel like I hit it and I was able to go at least 2 or 3 miles before it actually popped. Because, man, at first I thought maybe something burnt out under the engine because I was having a hard time steering, and I was like, nah, I'm pretty sure I would smell something or I'd see smoke if something was going on under the hood. And then I remembered I hit that shit, and I was like, fuck, I wonder if I popped a tire. So I pull over to the side of the road, and sure enough, my fucking tire's trashed. But had a spare, was able to get it fixed, got home. Now we chilling. Mr. Morris, thank you for tuning in, fam. We got him coming in. All right. 4 homies in the chat. What's going on, 4 homies? I am about to take shot number 2. We took the first shot when we got online. We are an hour in, a little over an hour in, about an hour, 10 minutes almost. I got the day off tomorrow. I need to start packing because we are going to be moving. So yeah, the setting for the future videos is going to change a little bit, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Till then, we're gonna hang out, have a good time, drink some whiskey, fucking take some dabs. Hi, Deepin. Yeah, we're home. I need to clean out his ear tomorrow. That's why he's shaking his head right now. And I mean, I did this morning, but I don't know what's going on with him. It's just been really bad lately. Then again, could be the weather, because when I went down to the coast, I stayed there for maybe the last 10 days. Christmas was warm and sunny. And then everything after that was just shit. fucking cold and wet and rainy. And I feel like that's actually what made me sick. Just the weather couldn't decide what the fuck it wanted to do. Anyway, my nose is totally plugged. Actually, I can breathe through it a little bit. And I tell you what, it was the worst down there at the coast. When I actually got through the hills and I was here in the valley, I hacked up a gang of stuff and I felt so much better. Like I didn't even feel like I was sick anymore. It's crazy because now my nose is a little congested again. It sucks. Anyway, I'm going to shut up and we're going to take this shot. And then I got to think about what I want to watch after we do this stream. I have to put something on. I don't know if we're going to stream on Twitch. We'll probably just call it a night and actually just throw something on. I recently canceled my Netflix because I watch maybe like 2 shows on there and repeat a bunch of shit. I don't really watch anything new. I don't have anything interesting coming out. Anything, Crunchyroll. Fuck with Crunchyroll, watch some anime. And then I also have Amazon Prime, so sometimes I tune into that, which does have some pretty good series on it. Kind of want to start The Boys over just because it's a good series and something to watch. But I think about doing shit like that, and then I look over here at my bookcase, and it's like, bruh, I got so many fucking books I need to get started on. I just finished 2, which is good, but I need to get started on some of the other ones that I got on my list and knock those out because I feel like the time is coming where the more I know about this kind of stuff, the better. I got a lot of books about some gnarly shit, and I've been kind of avoiding getting into them because I don't really know. Every time I think like that, and I'm like, man, I kind of need to read this book, but it's kind of fucking crazy. Then I read it, and I'm like, fuck, man, I actually need to know this, but this is not good for, like, society. Things are not going well. It's not going to get better. So as much as I feel like it's good to do research and know stuff, like, man, when you actually find a good line of information and you read stuff that just, that it's coming, it's like, fuck. And it sucks to be that conspiracy theory friend because I'm always trying to tell people about, like, stuff that I'm finding. Everyone's just like, bruh, how is that ever going to affect us? And then, like, if I still know those people 2-3 years from there, they're like, I can't fucking believe that you were actually right about it. My grandparents just called me today to tell, and I try not to get mad at it because they're from the generation where TV could tell no lies. The news is where you went for the truth. So me telling them about shit, that's just Mike, he looks into all that crazy shit. She called me today, my grandmother, and she was like, hey, you need to watch this thing on I think it was the History Channel. And it's called, like, You Wouldn't Believe or something like that. And it was about chemtrails. And she was like, I couldn't believe it because I remember you talking about that when you were, like, in junior high. Like, yeah, it's like, yeah, and you didn't believe me back then, but then you watch some shit on the History Channel and now it's legit and you want to tell me about it. So I try to look at it in a positive light, like, well, better now than never. But at the same time, it's just like, man, it would be nice if people actually take seriously the news you try to give them when you foreshadow shit and you throw stuff out there to help people about what's coming. 11:07. All right. Let's see. Mellow. Hope you got that dab ready, fam, because I'm going to shut up. We're going to take this shot, and then we are going to pack a dab of that garlic cake. Take a nice fat dab. Now, I think that New Year's is an official holiday. I think it is. New Year's Day. Like, don't stores Well, don't some stores close down for that? I don't know. I don't know if all stores do, but I think some stores do. I don't know if I have anything here to eat. So we may have to call it quits after that third shot at midnight. Because I don't know if Jack in the Box is going to be open. I should have fucking gotten something before I came home just to have it in the bag. Orion says, nah, I gotta work. I think it gets treated like Halloween. I believe that, fam, because it's not like you can't ascribe any religious significance to it or anything like that. So like why would a job give you the day off? I was just curious if anybody like actually took that day off to close the business, and I guess not. Which makes sense. I agree with you completely that they would probably treat it like Halloween. And I am sorry that you have to work, fam. Please be safe. Whatever you're doing tonight, I'm sure that you're chilling and taking it easy because you do have to work. Hopefully you don't have to work long, or you enjoy your job, so it's not going to be that bad. Or, you know, hopefully it's just a good fucking day at work tomorrow. You know? Let's see. Orion Chan Revive. By the way, Mike, I changed my name. I hope you realize who I be. No. That's what I'm going to guess. That's my guess. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Because, I mean, it could also could be science fiction, science fact or fiction. Orion Chan says, come to Indiana and let me kick that booty at Street Fighter. My little brother, Matt. Woo! What's going on, brother? Hey, love you. Glad that you are getting in shape. I see you getting all fucking yoked out. Proud of you. So, keep doing it, man. Like, you're actually getting me pretty motivated. I need to get off my ass and stuff like that kettlebell right there. I need to get off my ass to actually fucking use that thing. But super proud of you. Glad that you got something in your head and you're like, I'm going to kick it into high gear and get this shit done. Because I tell you what, didn't take you very long. You look good, kid. So glad you're doing well. Glad that you could come and hang out for a little bit. We're going to take a fat dab. Oh, yeah. Now I just need to use it. Let's see what else we got to listen to real quick. Hold on. Switch it up a little bit. Where's the other set of music that I have right here? Let's listen to this old school fucking oldie shit. This is some good stuff right here. Is the volume all the way up? No, it's not. Okay, that's probably why that sounded like that. Fix that real quick. There we go. Yeah, Mr. Sandman. That good shit right there. Okay, 5 homies in the chat. If you guys got something to dab on, smoke on, puff on, all that good shit, get it out. Dancing in the dark. That's what's up. Yeah, this is a great lo-fi beat that it takes a good old school song that I really like and kind of reimagines it. So I like listening to this when I play, or actually just when I smoke. I was gonna say when I play certain things, but I actually like to listen to metal when I play shit because I'm probably gonna kill something, so might as well have a metal background. 6 homies in the chat. What's going on, 6 homies in the chat? It is 11:12 Cali time. Some of you might be in the future already in the new year and shit, in which case, Happy New Year. Currently, I am in California, and I am not in the future, so it is still 11 o'clock. Still 2022 over here on this stream. hour 20 in. I was about to tell you guys a story, but I can't incriminate myself. So maybe we shouldn't tell this story. Oh, my little brother was just looking at my subs. Thank you, sir. You know, that's been a steady grind over a good couple of years. But thankfully, people, they dig the content. They appreciate the opinion. And, you know, I'm very proud to say that I've never felt, well, yeah, never felt the need to be like, let's get some view bots on here, or like, let's pay some account to fluff up my numbers. Like, all that shit is just organic from what we've done. Pretty proud of that. Cheers, everybody. Let's take a dab. Thank you, little brother. And see, like, you just don't know. Like, it's hard. I know you're complimenting me. It's hard for me to read stuff like that. Brother Mario, what is going on, sir? Please let me know if you want to hop on. We had Brother Bingus on a little bit earlier. You're more than welcome to chill. I hope you and Mrs. Clean Pump and the little pup are having a good night. He says, let's get a session. All right. Give me 1 second. Let's get this man on here. All right, brother. I'm sending you a link on Instagram. I will add you as soon as I see you in the lobby. There we go. Gotta fix the camera. Fucking it up. Gotta fix it. Whew. Man. Gotta be careful with those dabs because I still am a little sick. That wants to activate the coughing gremlin that's in the back of my throat. And it's not good. We don't want to do that. All right. I don't know if Brother Mario has a mic, but I know sometimes we get feedback with music. So we're gonna pause the music while we have him in the sesh with us, and then depending on when he takes off, we might start playing it again. But like my little brother Matt, Orion Chan Revive, he says, nah, you never been that. Always the truest and most authentic. Love you, fam. Like, he's complimenting me, and honestly, like, I have a hard time reading that out loud. Because that's just, my brain works like that. So, thank you, little brother. I appreciate that. And seriously, I'm just glad. I'm glad that people dug the content and that people actually watch and are able to learn something. And then even aside from that, you know, because we stepped away from like doing videos a good couple of months ago, and we've just been doing live streams. So, you know, people hanging out, watching movies with me and shit, that's been really cool. And it's just been neat to kind of take a break from taking myself so seriously as far as like having to give information and structure videos and all that kind of stuff, because it doesn't take too long. But then again, I don't really do a whole lot of special like editing or like cut shots or whatever. Like most of my shit is in one shot, and then maybe it'll have like a break in of if I'm talking about a piece. While I'm talking about it, there'll be like a cut where there will be some section where you could see like it rotating and I describe it or something like that. There might be one of those in one of the newer, later videos, but in the beginning, everything was one take. That shit is, and that's honestly how I do most of it still. Like, I don't want to fucking sit there and start the camera over and over again and then have to deal with a bunch of files on the computer. Like, let's make that shit one fucking file. Oh, you know what? Let me generate a new code, sir. I mean, it should work. I thought maybe it would give me a different code, but it gave me the same one. Let me send it to you again, just in case. Blah. Hopefully that one works. That one's a fresh one that I just copied. Yeah. Mason says he has returned. Oh, yeah. For the new year, fam. We out here, though. So I hope that you are being safe. Brother wants to know, how's Duke? It's Duke, right? Very closer. It's Deacon. But, you know, for short, I call him Deke a lot. So you might hear me be like, Deke. And he answers to that when he's not totally passed out. But yeah, we had a hell of a day today. So he's probably just chilling. Glad that he's in his bed, not having to move, nice and stationary. He's been in the truck with me for... The drive is supposed to be about almost 3 hours. Maybe like 2.5, 2:45. But after that fucking tire popped on me and we had to wait for the so first I had to wait almost like an hour for the tow truck because they were so busy. Because that's the thing, is I had a spare tire, but I didn't have a fucking jack. Like, on, I know cars come with them, but I was looking on mine. I had the tool thingy that gets it off of the bottom of my truck, but I didn't have the jack. So I was like, fuck, how am I supposed to replace this? So thankfully, I got AAA. There's my brother Mario. And was able to get somebody to come out. But then my fucking battery died because I had my hazards on. I was waiting for him. So I'm on the side of the road with a busted tire, and it's dark as fuck because now my lights have gone out because my battery died. And I was like, dude, this is awesome. But eventually, the homie came out, helped me jump my car and replace the tire, and then we got home, and here we are. Brother Mario, very good to see you, sir. How are you this evening, brother?
Oh, dude, I'm good. I think I got some slight delay of some type, but
A little bit of
we're
lag.
gonna. It's like a weird delay I got working on, and I have no idea how it's popping off on my end.
No, it's super smooth. Like, you're coming. We're having a regular conversation right now. I don't see any lag or anything on your computer.
Oh, I see what's happening. My bad, dude. I had like 2 windows open in my shit. So I'm getting like one of the biggest, nastiest delays that there can be on the internet.
What is going on, good sir?
Oh, it's a New Year's. I had to take it easy this year because I ended up getting fucking. Of course, as vacation comes around, I get a cold. I got some laryngitis, so it wasn't fun. But I mean, we stayed in for this New Year's, but we got a fuck ton of shit. We basically treated ourselves because we're like, well, we can't go anywhere, so we're bringing New Year's to the house. So we got a bunch of stuff. So it's been a good New Year's thus far. So plenty. Oh, have you seen the new dog?
I think I have, sir. I don't
Oh,
know if I've seen him on the live stream. I know you've sent me pictures.
yeah, he's definitely he's definitely a cute little bastard, and I got really lucky with him. As I picked up this dog from the same person I picked up my last dog with, but he's a little tiny little guy. This one, he's probably like maybe 3 pounds or so, you know, maybe. He's like a little tiny guy. Hi,
Little pup.
hello everyone. I am alive for 2023. We just woke him up, but he's a tiny little dude. So it was our Christmas present this year. I really
What'd
didn't
you get,
plan on
brother?
him being this one. I got him from the same lady I got my last Chihuahua from, but he's right here in California. But we definitely got super lucky with him because he's such a tiny little guy. I didn't really expect him to be this small. Like I know Chihuahuas are small, but this guy's smaller than a basic Chihuahua. This motherfucker he's tiny. He's micro. Oh, but he's like, let me go back to sleep.
Did you give him
So
a
yeah,
name yet, brother?
his name is Mac.
Mac.
Yeah, say hello, Mac, because
All right.
he's a little Mac Daddy of all things that go. Oh,
Hell yeah. He's a cutie.
yeah, he's a little cute little heartbreaker, man. So everything's been going good, dude. Everything can't complain. Other than being a little sick, can't complain, man. So I'm glad. Like as soon as I saw you were on, I'm like, oh man, this is a perfect opportunity to take a dab with the brother Mikey, so we can bring in this fucking new year
Sesh time.
session time.
We are overdue, sir. All right.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
gonna put my mic on mute so it doesn't, because I have a torch here. Now I'll be right back.
And I'll be doing the same thing here. Sorry for your ears, for your ear tickles. Rocking a little tower here. If someone wanted to make a lot of money, they would figure out how to make a silent torch for us dabbers. That would probably be the best thing ever. Even though I do love the sound of a torch, there's the sound of a good time. I feel like the sound of a torch is almost like the same as hearing any Cypress Hill song come on, feeling like you definitely still need to take a
That
fat
good.
dab. That good.
Something's about to happen when you hear that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, you're like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Giggity goo.
All right.
805. Let's see. A whole lot of empties around me. We're gonna go in on this little guy here. Want some Jello-nade. Some Jello-nade.
Got some garlic cake on my dabber here.
Ooh, the garlic cake. you like a little cake of garlic?
That
So I'm
danky
using,
punch.
yeah, yeah, nice and thank you. I'm using this new Octave terp timer thing, and it's alright. I've had to adjust a little bit, but it's alright once you adjust. Come on, 540, which is actually 460.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, brother. We're gonna go in a little bit warmer than usual because it's making a little bit slightly bigger dab. So, cheers, fellas. Happy 2023.
Oh, the garlic.
Oh, the gelinade. A little gelato and a little bit of that limonata. Oh, this guy needs to get clean. So how's the grind been, brother?
Been all right, sir.
Yeah.
Just keeping my head down. Honestly, trying to get like a manager position or something if I can, so I could just move up. I've been there about 9 months now, so I think once I move and the transfer is complete, I'll be all right, and I'll probably get like a department head position or something like that. But gonna be going back to the coast next month, brother. So officially in January, I will be back in Santa Maria.
Dude, heck yeah, man. That means you're gonna be closer. That means sessions will be had. It's gonna be legit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's gonna be a hell of a lot of fucking fun, dude. Having you that much closer is gonna be way more legit.
about what, like 3.5 hours?
Yeah, yeah. Right now you're like around 4.5, right?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's gonna be dope. Plus, it's like, man, headed back to the coast with more family with the new job. That's gonna be fucking nice.
Okay, brother. So I was wondering if I should speak on this or not,
Speak
but
on it.
I'm gonna do it. Have you ever been in a situation where you weren't sure if a police officer was real or not?
That's a fucking great question to ask me. Yes, dude. I'll tell you, the reason I'm saying it like this right now is because, um, I definitely had a few run-ins with undercovers that probably shouldn't have been undercovers. Like, so, I know you know, but for those who don't, I worked at smoke shops for forever, since 2005 till what I do right now. So it's been a while. I've been in this industry a while, and I worked at Captain Ed's for like 6 years, 7 years. And during those years, I met a dude who came into the shop, and you know, I was a pretty decent counterman. I was really good counterman, to be quite honest. And this guy came in looking for particular something, and we just hit it off. And he was very like, "Hey, you're a really cool guy. Why don't you come outside so like we can talk?" I'm like, "The fuck?" I'm like, "All right, we'll see what this guy fucking wants." So we walk outside, and he's like, "Hey man, so like I wanted to give you some weed because I don't know if they have cameras in there or whatever. I just want to bring you out here and give it to you out here." I'm like, "The fuck? That makes no fucking sense, bro. Like, sure, why not? I don't give a fuck." So we started like talking back and forth, and then somehow, some way, this dude like we started using. This is back during the time when it's like 2008. So this is back during the time when Skype was just like really gaining steam, and people were Skyping each other back and forth. And this guy literally was like, "Dude, I have all this cash for you. Like, I'm just like basically this guy." Would pick me up at night and he would be like, "Hey, so like I run these weed shops and I want you to help out," and which was all par for the course in my line of work or what I was doing. Like I had trimmed, I had worked for other people, I had made hash for other people. I've been in it for a while now. So this was nothing strange to me, but the way he was doing it was very fetty, bro, where it's just like we would we we would go to this place in Santa Clarita, and it's off of Sierra Highway, and it's called Rower Canyon, and it's a place where if you are a dirt biker or like the outdoors, you might stop by there. You have to buy like a yearly pass, and this guy had one of those. So we would at night drive into that place deep and just start smoking blunts end over end, and he would just be talking to me about like we would talk about weird shit like me and you, like, oh, like life, weird shit, how shit really is, how why we never really went into too much. His From what he told me, his name was Eric Miranda, and he was like, have you ever heard of the Miranda rights? I'm like, I was about to ask, like, he said, yeah, like my great or like my great uncle or great grandfather was the guy who started the Miranda rights. And he owned like his father owned like a guitar making place or some weird shit, but I had never seen it. Like all fetty shit where I'm like, this guy is either so full of shit and or he's not, you know. And at the end of it all, this guy like kept telling me like I got this money for you. Like not just here's 10 G's, bro. Like he's like, I'm gonna change your life. And I'm like, why are you doing this for me, man? Like why are you gonna give me millions of dollars? Like just he's like, well, when I went into the shop, you treated me really, really well. So I'm like, I'm just trying to pay it forward in a way. And I'm like, one thing is like, hey, here's some weed, and hey, here's millions of dollars. Like, what the fuck is all this weird shit about? He's like, oh, you don't believe me? I'll give you my car. I'm gonna sign my car over. All this weird shit, bro, that he just never came through on. And I just kept going until one day I really was like, dude, it might have just been this guy being really weird, but he would ask me weird shit sometimes, like, hey, I don't really like this weed I'm smoking anymore. Do you know someone who can get me some exotics or whatever? That's when shit started getting weird for me because anytime someone wants to meet my people, like that's some weird shit, like if you're from like this type of community and been in like the black market in your life, you never ask your homie, hey, let me meet your guy, like that's just not something you do, So him doing that kind of shit, he's like, oh, I don't want to meet him, I just want some different smoke. I'm like, yeah, bro, like I'm just gonna be quite honest with you, like you'll never meet any of my guys, like you'll never meet them, like ever. So if you want some exhaust, I can get it for you. But that's that. Like I started being very like short, like no, I don't need your money type of shit because he just was getting weird, bro. So at the end of it all, I ended up just at one point straight out asking him like, yo, bro, another weird shit thing, dude. This would trip you out. Because when I first met him, he did come in with a female, and I remembered her looking a particular way. And he later, like when we would Skype, he's like, "Oh yeah, that was my wife. She's here with me." Blah blah blah. When I finally saw him for the second time at Dementia Gallery, when I was working at Dementia Gallery out here off of Lancashire and in North Hollywood, this guy comes in and he's with a completely different fucking girl and saying, oh yeah, this is my wife. And I'm like, dude, she looks similar, but that's not the fucking same girl you originally came in with. Like I knew
Sketch.
some, yeah, it
Hell
was
sketch.
Yeah, and then finally, like I was ignoring him, and he was kind of more or less being like, "Look, if you don't answer me, I'm not going to transfer these funds into your fucking." I'm like, bro, I don't give a shit, dude. I don't give 1 ounce of a shit. I'm you. He literally told me to quit my job because he was going to give me a bunch of money the next day, and literally just fucking fell through. So I ended up getting a job at Dementia just on half chance because I was just like, I had quit Captain Ed's, and I just didn't want to go back, you know. And I'm like, I'll just keep pushing moving forward, and I fucking applied at Dementia, and that's how I started working over there. And but dude, that was that by far. After I just stopped talking to him, and he hit me up one last time, I was like, bro, let me just outright ask you. If you're are you DEA? Are you a federal agent? Like what? Like I'm telling you, your fucking shit isn't working, bro. You're never gonna meet anyone that's close to me. Like, I'm never gonna charge you for weed. Like, I don't. This is just not shit I do. He's like, what's a DEA agent? I'm like, now I know you're a Fed. Like, that's Fed ass fucking talk 101. Like, I don't even know what DEA agent is. Like, bro, what the fuck are you on, dude? Like it was just after that. I was like, look, bro, uh, unless you're coming with what we've talked about, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Right? He's like, oh, so this relationship was all just based around money. I'm like, nah, bro, you made it about that, and you keep putting your word on the line, and you keep following through. I'm just not just. I'm like, I can't keep fucking with a person like that. Like, I'm good. I got a new job. I'm good. You can fucking check it out later or do whatever you want. But that was that for sure was 100% a weird way of like. Imagine, man, some random guy just comes up to me and is like, "Hey, bro, you blessed me the other day. You hooked me up like for no reason. You're just a really good, positive guy. Tomorrow, I'm gonna bring you 2.5 million in cash and bless you with that." I'm like, "What the fuck? What are you talking about, bro?" Sure, whatever, dude.
Are you like a sheik or something on
Yeah,
fucking vacation? Like what's going
yeah,
on here?
yeah. Exactly, dude. That's why I was like, okay, so he's like, well, you know, he. That's how he started getting into telling me what his name was, who, like, some family background, what his family, how he cleans up his money. Like, his father owns a guitar, like a guitar manufacturing company of some sort, and um on the side, all he does is hustle weed. Like he just grows a bunch of weed. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to pick you up tomorrow and we're going to go down and move these cash registers into these weed shops you'll probably end up managing for me. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll bet. I'll see you tomorrow. Doesn't show up, you know, doesn't call, just is MIA the whole day. And I'm hitting him up like, bro, I like, you know, I'm making my schedule here for you, and you're like, be ready at 8 a.m., and I'm up here at 8 a.m., and you just fucking don't answer, don't do nothing. Like, and then he'll finally hit me up at like 10 at night, bro, of that day, and he'll be like, oh, my bad, dude. Yeah, I was going to drop my kid off, and the tire blew out, and I had to go get tires, and then I had to take care of my kid the rest of the day because I couldn't put him in school, and blah, blah. He always had some elaborate shit to be had, but he always had time between the hours of 10 and 7 a.m. to just fuck around and waste my fucking time. Like, it was one of the weirdest shits, dude. It was the weirdest um, interactions that I've ever had with a human being, where I'm just like, you're a fucking weirdo, you know? Like, he was a dude who was very much like, he's just a weirdo, bro. And he came with was like, he made it seem like, if you're not my fucking best friend, I'm not gonna like do what I said I was gonna do. And I'm like, I'm okay with that, bro. I'll stay this poor to not be rich and have to be friends with your awkward ass. Like, I'm fucking happy to that shit.
That's a crazy experience, brother. And
Dude,
like
what? Yeah.
that's a trip because mine is much simpler. I was on my way, so I was on the freeway, and this cop pulls, and so it's dark. It's been raining, cats and dogs, and what I believe to be a cop car pulls up next to me, or rather, I'm so a couple shots in. I'm in the passing lane. I'm doing about 65. He's in the slow lane. And so I am about to pass him. But as I am going past him, he accelerates and he cruises right next to me. And I see a flashlight turn on in the back window where my dog is. And I'm like, what the fuck is
What the
happening
fuck?
right now? And then he pulls up a little bit farther, and I see the flashlight come into the passenger side of the car. And so now I'm a little weirded out, and I am looking across, like I'm trying to pay attention to where I'm going because it's fucking raining. But I'm also looking to the side to see if this cop is going to like signal to me or put his fucking lights on, maybe.
Oh
And
shit.
still dark. He hasn't sick. There's no whoop whoop. There's no fucking lights. All I see is a hand go like this to the side. So
Oh
he wants
shit.
me to pull off, and that's the thing. He never gets behind me and turns his lights on. He gets in front of me, and he's about to take this exit. So I'm gonna be honest. I was like, "Hey, fuck you." I let him get about halfway down the exit, and I fucking swooped back onto the highway, and I went the fuck somewhere else. But that was
Yeah.
it was such a weird experience to me because I've been pulled over by a cop before. It's very, you know that they're coming when they're getting behind you because their lights are on. You know that they're your target. I've never had an experience with a police officer that they look into my shit and then there's no lights or they never get behind me. They want me to pull in behind them and follow them around. I'm not, nope.
No, nope.
That
Nope. Nope. That
So
ain't happening.
that was some weird shit that happened to me, brother. And I'm gonna like that's the only thing is I've been pulled over by cops before. It's annoying, but that's a completely different feeling that I got when this happened. When this happened, I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? Because it was really
Yeah, like
looking into the back because the only thing that I had back there was Deacon. So like it's weird enough that I don't have any baggage in my truck. There's just him back there, and the only thing that I had in front was my backpack. So there's nothing incriminating. There's nothing like I have no idea why he's looking into my shit. Like I wasn't even
damn.
speaking. That's the thing. Like I was tripping out, dude. And that was the weirdest probably experience where I was like, I don't even know if this is a real cop. This might be an impersonator that's trying to fucking rob my ass.
Right? Like yeah, dude.
And
Yeah.
I've never thought that before. If I get pulled over by a cop and they got their lights and sirens, I'm pulling over. But that was the
Yeah.
weirdest fucking experience that I've ever had. And I was like, nope, not doing it. You could pull the
Mm,
fuck off. I'm woo. See you later.
yeah. Yeah. I'm like, I'm not following, bro. I'm not doing that. No.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah, like there was one other time where I was living in Pasadena and driving into Santa Clarita every day for work. I was working at the family auto shop. And one time on our way back, I used to drive my cousin, and my cousin, at the time was an undocumented immigrant. So we had to watch our P's and Q's a lot, right? But we didn't. We would smoke blunts and shit on the way back. And one time, dude, um, I was driving a purple Dodge Stratus. Fucking called it the Purple Barney. But I was peeling away at like not fast, man. But I like, what's the speed limit on the 210 freeway in Southern California? It's 65, And I'm easily going 75, which most people consider still slow, So I'm doing 75, and I'm in the carpool lane, which is totally fine because there's two people in my car, and I had everything legit on my wheels too. Nothing was wrong. It was just like this cop like car pulled up behind us, but they were going like, bro, 90, 95, right? And so they're really trying to haul ass, and like they're, I'm not supposed to cross a double yellow to get out of the way of a faster moving car. So they pulled up behind me, flashed their lights, and they didn't have a normal set of fucking like lights either. They just had the little red center dot. You know, it's like a weird LED,
Gotcha.
and so they flash the lights and put that little thing on, and I was like just legitimately confused because I'm like, I'm not doing anything wrong, you know. So uh, I start to pull over, and they just screamed past me, right? Like they didn't even stop or say. They just like basically were telling me to get the fuck out of the way so they could keep going. And I look in, and they're wearing military fatigues, bro. So they were military police. They were MPs. They were military police, and they were like. And so I was kind of pissed off and decided that I should like push the issue. And I, since they took off at 90, I was like, well, fuck, if they can do it, I'm gonna do it. So I started going hella fast. And then they pulled up behind us and basically got on their loudspeaker and were like, "We'll pull you over," and blah. And I'm like, "Oh, what?" I was young and stupid at that time, dude. I was just like, "Oh yeah, fucking pull me over. Let's fucking go. Let's figure this out." I'm like, they didn't do anything, bro. Like I went to pull over and they just peeled off and just kept going. I was like, me and my cousin both looked at each other like, dude, that was fucking some weird shit right there. Now, like I'm like, yeah, that's an awkward ass police like interaction there right there, dude. That was weird as fuck.
Crazy times on the road, brother.
Yeah,
Let's see. My
but
little brother Orion Chan says, nah, until those lights go up, keep going. Somebody just watch something. Oh, dude. And that's the thing. Like, it kept tripping me out because if I'd have been doing something or if I was speeding, you don't, like, even if you do come up to me and you look inside, then at some point you get behind me, you signal and you let me know, like, you're getting pulled over. And hey, I'm all good with that. I got to fucking pull over. But this whole, like, with your fucking hand, like follow me. Nah, dude, that's not the way that shit works.
he's giving you the hand signals. Follow me. Like,
Not today, homie.
I don't think I will. I don't think I will. That sounds like some Mexican federale shit, right?
Trip
Like in
me out.
Mexico, sometimes you can't tell between the federales and the cops, man. They just be wearing regular street clothes and just a badge.
Shit gave me a weird vibe.
Yeah. Like if you've ever had to deal with an undercover cop, it's so weird, dude. It's the weirdest shit ever. They look so normal. You never know. They're like, it's awkward.
I believe it because they get paid to lie.
Yeah, dude. This has to be an awkward. Like, hey, I'm the fake guy. Like, oh, you fucking bitch.
11:51 Cali time, y'all. We got a little less than 10 minutes. That's not what I was gonna say. That's just a burp. We got a little less than 10 minutes left in 2022. Hope you guys are ready for the new year. Bigger, better things for all of us.
Yes, sir. I'm so glad you're doing these more often, man. I love it.
Trying, brother. Trying to do so. Aside from that, I thought maybe dispersing myself to other avenues like Twitch would help, but I gotta say, like, what I think is fun about that is just being able to do something different on all these different platforms. Like, I can literally any movie that I can think of. I've played a bunch of copyrighted shit on Twitch. I can play those movies because they only stay up for like a week. On YouTube, I can't really do that. I'm gonna get a copyright strike. There's gonna be problems, but I've already streamed so many movies on Twitch, brother. We've done Pumpkinhead. We've done like the first 3 Puppet Masters. We did Army of Darkness. I've done like we've done a gang of fucking movies.
Oh yeah.
So that's been a lot of fun.
I love those movies, dude. I need to fuck. Yeah, today we were rewatching a lot of like 80s films and different shit like that, like, but nothing spooky. I got to get into some more spooky stuff. I'm not a fan, dude. I'm like, Ever since I was a little kid, bro. Like I can watch them now for sure, but it's like one of the things that I just avoid for
We'll
some
show you some.
dumbass reason.
We'll show you some classics, brother. Like some of my favorites, they are actually really dope. Like when I say Army of Darkness, have you ever seen that movie?
Army of Darkness? No, I haven't.
Okay, we need to watch that. And the thing is that my idea, which I actually had with another buddy of mine, but we just never actually put it together. Like I wanted to do like a science theater, what is it? Science fiction theater 3000 kind of thing where you watch movies and
Yeah.
you just commentate over that shit with a buddy. Like I think it would be dope. Well, on Twitch we could do that and it'll be up for a week, and if we want to do it again, we just have to watch the movie again. But I think that would be dope to actually have somebody else, because right now it's just me. So it would be cool if you
Yeah.
guys want to tune in, and especially if you haven't seen those movies before, brother. Fuck yeah, I got some good ones to show you.
Dude, I'm hella down. That would be fun.
Sweet. All right,
Hell yes.
so let's see. My little brother Orion Chan says Pumpkinhead is also a huge miss for a lot of horror fans. Yes, Pumpkinhead is amazing. It's basically about this guy who lives like in the back country, brother, and he runs this little shop, and he's got a little boy. Something happens to the little boy when some kids from the city come in, and he has to get revenge on the kids. So he goes out to see this witch that's like hella in the back. Nobody likes to talk to her and stuff, and something happens, and it's about what happens after that. But it's about this guy trying to get revenge because something happens, and it's a gnarly story. There's a gnarly monster in it, and it's a really good movie.
Dude, I'm super down for that. That sounds like a kind of Japanese anime.
So, do you have anything going on tomorrow, brother?
Tomorrow, what are we doing? I do. Well, it all depends on the wife here because I am just coming out of having laryngitis, but we're not sure if she's 100% or not. So we'll see how she's feeling tomorrow, and I'm sure that will dictate exactly how much fun shit we're gonna be getting into. But I'm sure if we're just gonna be lounging, we can watch some horror films, and she loves that shit. So I'm sure we can fucking work it in.
You guys just let me know. I am totally down to do some streaming tomorrow because I got the day off, so I'll just be chilling.
All right, hell yeah. I'll see what's up. She's watching her films.
All
I
right.
can't believe it's gonna be 2023, man. It's another year gone, dude.
Shit
It
went
feels like
dude.
yeah, exactly, dude. 100%.
The older you get, the quicker it goes too. That's what I've been noticing. It's crazy.
Right, bro? Like it's like feel like it seems like Christmases blend in together. And that's scary.
My brother Matt says it is 2023. Yeah, he's over there in Indiana in the future and shit.
Yeah, you in the future.
Cheers, brother. Thank you for joining us. Says I'll
Bro,
be
thank you.
33 this year. Fuck. Yep, I'll be 35.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go fucking I'm gonna snag some fucking whiskey and do some shots with y'all.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm pouring number 3, brother. We are 2 in so far.
Are you too? Well, looks like I'll have to take a double.
We just chilling. 6 homies in the chat. What's going on, 6 homies in the chat? We got 3 minutes left in 2022 over here in California. Some of us, like my little brother over there in Indiana, are already in the future. He's already in 2023, so he's looking back in the past right now. That's some crazy shit.
Yes, sir. That is some crazy. Yeah, that is crazy. He's like, it is 2023. We're like, not yet.
He's live with us, but he's still looking back into the past. Isn't that some fucking brain twister shit?
Dude, it's 100% brain twister shit. Alrighty. And we're taking out the buffalo trace.
He says, in the future. For
In
real.
the
For real.
I love it. In the future. Damn it. Alright. And I got some Canada Dry. Yo, this bold ginger ale, fucking slaps, dude. Not gonna lie.
Old ginger ale is not bad, sir. It is not bad at all.
A drink of champions, you know what I'm saying? Oh, looks like I got a grab. Fucking shot glass, mate. Look at that. Look at that. Let me dry that off real quick.
Alrighty, y'all. Whatever you got, light it, fucking torch it, pour it, slam it. You got a shot, just fucking
Yeah.
Much
There
love.
you
We
go.
got 1 minute left in 2020. I don't have an exact timer on. I'm just actually looking at the clock on my computer. So,
Yeah, so is I.
man, the singularity is about to be here. We're gonna catch up with my brother.
Yes.
We'll
I'm
all
going
be
straight off the tap because I don't trust the shot glass that I have currently. So cheers.
love you
Cheers
guys.
to 2023, guys. Cheers.
Yeah.
Much love to
Thank you,
everybody.
for joining us. Woo. Whiskey.
Ah,
My brother Matt says, "Hey, my heart and home is in Cali. I'm with you guys."
much love, brother.
Cheers to that, man. And Happy New Year. It is
Happy
officially
New Year.
we got
Happy
through it together, guys. We got through it.
2023 is done. Oh, 2022 is done. 2023 is loaded up and ready for fun.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
Time to make it happen. Do big things. I'm actually pretty excited because now that the year has started, it's time to start the year with some new glass. So we're going to be getting some really cool stuff in the mail in the next couple of days, and I'm excited about that.
Ooh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Sorry, I'm snuggling my dog saying Happy New Year. Happy New Year, little Moses. Happy New Year, little Mac.
Getting some
All right.
shitty ass marbles in the mail. Come on, Lee.
Nice.
Good.
That's what's up.
Happy New Year, puppy.
Woo. Woo. Bro.
Oh yeah.
Deeks. Happy New Year, Deeks. Man.
There's Ava.
Who's the other pup?
Yep. That's Ava. And then the other one is her brother Blue. This guy right here.
Big old babies.
So we got 3 big old pups in here.
Dude, look at that. Dude, what are you what are your 2023 quote unquote stereotypical shits?
Oh, I don't do resolutions, brother. I have plans. Like I have to revamp the channel, do something with the content. So I think I'm actually, instead of, because we focused really heavily on lives this year, I think I'm going to go back to actually creating content and actually uploading stuff. Oh shit, we got my pops in here. He says Happy New Year from the old folks. Happy New Year's, guys.
New Year's.
Love you very much.
Happy New Year's.
But you know, the other thing is, since I'm going to be moving down to the coast, this is going to be the first year. I've been away from home for like 18, 19 years. So
Dang.
I think one of the big things that I'm going to do is just try and focus on, since I'm going to be so close, just kind of hanging out with the family a little bit more. Because it was an issue before because I'd have to figure out where I was going to stay and all that. But if I'm living down there, I'm going to be super close to everybody, so I'll be able to visit and do a lot of stuff. So like especially for my grandparents that are in the chat, I know that they have like projects and stuff that they would love to do, but it's a little bit harder for them because they're getting older. So I actually enjoy helping them do stuff. So I look forward to that.
Yeah, man, it's essential, dude. That's the main reason why me and my wife are always going out to Temecula because it's, you know,
It's
my
good to spend time with
sister,
the tribe, right? And just
yeah, you know, like
family
it's like
mode.
yeah, it's super decompressed mode, you know. So you're just chilling, having a good time, enjoying each other's company and enjoying each other's time. It's one of those things you're just never gonna get back, and you need to try and do it as much as possible. You know, it's the best shit ever.
As much as possible. Totally agreed, sir. Oh yeah, I hear the fireworks going off.
Dude, me too. I was just about to say, I think I hear guns. Wouldn't
Busting
you surprise
shot.
me, though? Pa pa
Bust.
pa pa. Not totally abnormal, you know. That's
Need
just
my
something on
little
man.
pups in case they get scared.
Yeah, mine are getting a little. They're not too bad, but they're. I think they've lived through a couple of them now that they're okay about it. But
Oh
hopefully, it
yeah.
doesn't get any worse. As I say that, a bunch of them just pop off.
Doop, doop, doop. Doop.
Orion Chan, that's what's up, bro. That's all I'm trying to do, man. Just trying to get healthier and get more focused on just being present and getting healthier and trying to maintain that positive vibes, man. 2023's got to be different. I think everybody's done with being so, man, these last couple of years, dude, have just not been great.
Fucking draining to say the least.
Oh yeah, dude. Seriously draining. Like in a relationship you don't want to be in, but you gotta be because you've got kids some crazy way. Who fucking knows, you know? Like it's just one of those things where it's like, oh, make it stop. And it feels like it's getting lighter, but it's just like it's you know, hoping for a brighter future.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sounds comical almost when you say it like that, you know.
We gotta hope though. We gotta hope.
Yeah, exactly. But that's a goal, dude. That's a fucking hella goal to fucking have, man. And that's all you can ask out of yourself is trying to fucking get better, dude. It's
Yes, sir.
crazy.
Spend some time with the family. That's my biggest goal.
Yes, sir. That's what's it. Our goals are pretty simple, man. Just keep growing, keep learning, keep just trying. Like it was great. I had this conversation with a buddy the other day about like he's like, well, what's like the end game? You know, like what like where do you want to be? And I'm like, fuck, man. I never even think about that. I'm always just very in the moment, just like, okay, next project. What's this next thing? What am I like? So this year is going to be a lot of like trying to shoot for like just even having like an end game goal. Like when can I say, okay, I'm comfortable, I'm retiring, you know? Like you gotta know. I forget the name of the movie, but there's a movie that I forget the actor's name, but he's a bigger guy. He's in Roseanne, plays Roseanne's husband. John Goodman, right?
John Goodman, yeah.
Yeah. So John Goodman has this line in a movie with Mark Wahlberg, who's like some degenerate gambler, and he's like, you want to get into position of fuck you. So if you're in the position of fuck you don't have to do anything for anybody. You're your own boss, you know. So it's like if you save enough money, do everything right. and have a business plan and get everything set off and do all the hard shit. Like a lot of people think it's very easy to start make a product and make something good and it succeed. And even to do it at a local level is astonishing, but to do it at a worldwide level is, I would like to say, miracle, because there's just so much stuff. Like if you want to sell your product in different countries, you got to figure out legally how you can do that on it. So it's like these are the things I think I'm zoning in on this year to like very much be like, okay, if I want to reach this next, like, well, I'm going to get into the position of fuck you, so I can finally just retire at an early age and be like, this is enough, put it away, and just retire and enjoy the rest of my time that I have left with my family and friends. And that's really should be everyone's end game. I mean, it is, but most people try to shoot to retire when like 65 or some crazy shit nowadays. Like it's crazy. Like we got to start retiring at 30. No, I mean, I mean, I'm sure some guys get to, but it's not a usual thing. But it's a great goal. It's a great goal to just have, but nothing that's like too crazy yet. Like you're not trying to be a millionaire in a year, but you're trying to definitely be like, how can I learn and improve? And that's the biggest thing too.
Yeah,
Mentally,
retire at 45. Be happy with that.
dude, right? Like
Future
you
hasn't
can work.
happened yet. It's an attainable goal.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I know a couple of friends who are gonna retire by that time because they work for unions and they have good pension plans, they have good fucking health care. Like, god damn, it is going off right now outside.
Let's see, my brother says, even with hobbies and side projects, I can't go more than 2 days without having the urge to get up. Money ain't the goal, experience is. Oh, absolutely, fam.
Yeah, yeah. It's about the journey, Like you forget a lot about that shit, man. It's all about. It is about getting scared about going to your first like real wholesale show. Are people going to buy your product? Are they not? Are you going to be able to convey how good your product is? That is a deep ocean for everybody. And I really, I think everyone should definitely get the chance to do that once in their life, just so that they can understand, you know, how deep that ocean feels when you get dropped in it. God damn, that was a big ass firework.
Boom.
Woo! I don't know if you guys heard that shit, but that was loud as fuck. Holy cow, that was big, dude. But yeah, that fucking firework fucked me up, dude. I don't even know where I was going with any of this shit.
Gone.
Yeah, my train of thought is gone. That shit shook the fucking roof.
Chilling with my brother Mario, Mrs. Clean Pump. We got my little brother Matt over there in Indiana. We got 6 homies in the chat. What's going on, 6 homies in the chat? Happy New Year. Hope that you're
Happy New Year,
having
guys.
a good night. Be safe out there. If you got somewhere that you're still
Yes.
trying to go, or if you're at a place and you still have somewhere and you're going to other places, like just make sure that you're safe. Just be safe.
Yes, dude. Be hella safe because the cops are out tonight, bro.
They're looking for us, and then you never know who's an impersonator that's just trying to get you to pull over and follow them or some shit. So yeah, be on the lookout. Make sure that you got your senses about you. And
Mind your P's and Q's.
that's right. My little brother says, get that Uber for real. It's not that hard.
Oh yeah, dude. Download the fucking Uber app. If you have to, download the Lyft app. It's fine. Download it. It's the same shit. It's just don't go home drunk, man. Tonight's not the night.
Nope.
It is not the night. Maybe. No, it's never the night, guys. Just Jesus.
Holidays, they look for you.
That
Ignore
was
all random flashlights in your car. Absolutely. Fuck that shit. If they're not flashing the reds and blues and, ringing that whoop whoop, then you don't have You don't have to do a goddamn thing.
Not one. They can phone it in.
Yep.
They can phone that in. I'm not phoning over. Mexico is I used to ride street bikes, and I used to go down and ride it with a bunch of fucking like Marines and a bunch of servicemen down in San Diego. My brother-in-law at the time, his younger brother was in the Navy, so I would go down there and then we would roll like fucking 80 to like 60 bikes deep into a fucking into Mexico and shit. And we ended up getting fucked with a couple federales on their bikes. And it was the most awkward shit ever, man. Like, dude, say what you want about law enforcement out here, but out there, it's just like you're dealing with a drunk security guard that could really fuck your life up. It's the strangest shit ever, man. But we went down there a few times, and there was one particular time that we got pulled over by a bunch of like cop federales, and they're on their bikes. And their bikes are so fucking piss poor, dude. They're trying to pull us over, and these poor guys are just like trying to stay up with us going like 80, 90 miles an hour on these poorly paved streets. And they finally pull us over, and me and another dude, because we're the only guys that know how to speak Spanish, end up having to, like, what the fuck's up? You know, he's like, oh, well, you guys are causing a disruption and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, you know, we're a large amount of people. Like, how would you like us to break up the group so it wouldn't be such a big deal, you know? And he's like, well, about $20 each.
Oh shit.
I
That's
laughed
how
at
you
it.
can break that up. Fuck the sound.
Yeah. I was fucking mad. Me and my buddy were laughing. He's like, you're just not laughing matter. And I'm like, dude, there's 80 of us here. There's 5 of you. I'm just saying. And he's like, and again, like, these are like Navy men, Army men, Marines, some spec op guys, but not many of them. But it's like, not like I'm the least scariest guy, right? Like, I'm like, dude, this is not the group. Like, I told him, like, we'll give you $1 a head. He's like, all right. Didn't renegotiate. It's like, that's fine, you know. Took what he could get. Yeah, I was just fucking dying, dude. I'm like, these guys are really trying to charge us $20 a head to get in, and we dwindle them down to fucking $1 a head. Like,
Instantly.
whatever, man. Yeah, like, whatever. That's just, and you know, those dudes are so cool about it. They were just like, whatever, man. He's like, if he's willing to barter that low, they need the money, bro. Like, I'm like, right? They do. He gladly all took out $1. And gave him $80, and we just kept it moving from there. And they were actually cool after that. They're like, where are you guys gonna go to? We're like, we're headed to Senor Frogs in Rosarito. He's like, we'll escort you for an extra 40. And they ended up talking to a bunch of other dudes that were there. Broken English and Spanish, dude. They're getting along just fine, and it was a good time after that. We got along. They didn't escort us all the way, but they as far as they could, anyways. And it was a good time after that. But that's another pretty. It wasn't too crazy, but one of those like, hey, this is pretty crazy odd to ever have to encounter. But if you're ever in Rosarito or in Mexico, man, like, you can get out of trouble with those guys just being a nice person and being willing to kind of show some greenbacks.
Hey,
They don't,
made for a dope story, brother, for sure.
Yeah, dude. I guess.
Let's see, my little brother says, "Clean punk, you're a cool dude, man."
Oh man, you're an even cooler dude. I'm just a lucky bastard.
I'm gonna pour one more shot for the evening. Probably gonna
Yes,
take
sir.
off around like 12:30, so I could chill and lay back, find something to watch. I just got that. So, I don't know if you caught that story, brother, but I had a tire pop on me on the way home today.
Oh shit, no way.
I
Well,
was
I'm
on the
glad you're safe.
I was on the freeway and it was pouring rain, fucking windy as fuck. And once I
Fucking
started
man.
getting towards, once I got a little bit past Paso Robles, it started getting foggy too. So I had wind, rain, and fucking fog. And
Fuck me.
I just got past Paso Robles. I just fucking took a leak, and we've already passed me and Deacon on the way back home, just getting to Paso Robles, which is maybe like an hour and 15 minutes away from Santa Maria. We've passed by
Damn.
3 different car wrecks.
Oh my god, dude.
So it's hella crazy out there. And on my, like once I'm on the road, I was I was doing maybe 65, yeah, 70, and I noticed that there's like a piece of something in the road. It looks like somebody's like fucking bumper or a piece of their fender.
Oh
Now
shit.
it's coming down so hard, I'm not going to swerve to get out of the way because I'm going to lose control of my truck. So I just had to run it over, and that fucking popped the front passenger side tire, and I just
Oh fuck.
had to fucking pull over and put the spare on. Thankfully, I had a good spare, so
Fuck. I was about to say, man, sometimes you open up that spare, you're like, the fuck is this ice skate 1920 fucking donut ass wheel I got in the back?
I got
Sometimes.
lucky. So yeah, I was able to make it back home, and that's why I'm super happy. And fuck, man, it was
I'm
one hell.
glad, dude.
Crazy shit, crazy shit.
Dude, I'm hella glad that it can, dude, tire pops can always, it can be very bad, dude.
You know what the
So,
crazy thing was, sir, is that I thought like I had literally just got done praying once I left Paso because it was coming down really, really hard. I was like, Lord, please just let me get to where I'm going safely. Like, help me get this little guy safely home. And I feel like it could have been a lot worse. When I hit that thing, I could have lost control, or when the tire popped, I could have lost control, but I actually didn't. I was able to pull over to the side pretty easily. It's just a pain in the ass when you're only on 3 wheels instead of 4. Triple Four says, "Cause I am." Well, much love, Triple Four. I have no idea what "cause I am" is in reference to, but much love and welcome to the chat. We got 5 homies in the chat. We got my brother Mario and Mrs. Clean Pump. Looks like Mrs. Clean Pump's taking a dab.
taking a dirt. Taking a dirt. So check
My little
these
brother
out,
said,
dude.
"Uno más." Yes, we're gonna take one
Yes,
more shot.
sir. Yes, sir.
The Clean Pump blooper.
Bling, bling. I love this little thing.
Is that a
It's really
Slugworth,
good.
sir?
That's a Slugworth Clean Pump collab, man. I'm super stoked. I asked him to make it for me, and uh, he fucking killed it. It was a great little project we had. So I'm gonna make a few little slight changes to him, and we're gonna fucking start pumping some American clean glass out, which is gonna be awesome.
That's
So
dope.
I'm gonna be trying to more focus in on doing glass and bangers and smoking stations this year. So we're gonna be doing more collectible pumps or heady pumps that we already got six. Six new threadings ready for Sluggy to fuck them up. So we're trying to figure out if we're gonna do Q-tip station and pump, or if we're just gonna make like a mid washer, like a pearl washer. We all use these top pearls and shit, and our pump tops are pretty fucking baller for when you just want to pop your pearl on top and pump up some ISO, wash that bad boy down, wipe them up with clean ISO instead of your dirty ISO you got. You can remove something from your dunking, because dunking shit, it makes ISO fucking wasteful pretty quickly. You know what I mean? Like, I wipe down all my quartz before I throw it into the ISO dunk. just because it helps longevity wise, as far as how much the ISO can clean your shit for and for how long, you know.
Can only do so much.
You can only do so much, you know. You can only do so much. So, but yeah, we're focusing on that stuff. So those are going to be a lot of fun with him. They always fucking sell real fast, but I'm super stoked to see what he pumps out. Yet again,
Have to set some loot aside, brother, because I've been meaning to buy a Slugworth piece, and that looks pretty dope. So I would definitely be down to get a not just a Slugworth piece, but a clean pump Slugworth collab. That would be
right?
fucking awesome.
Yeah, man. I actually have to send him a bunch of fucking bangers. He's gonna be representing our course out in Las Vegas, so shops and other places can order through him and get our get the current line that we have out right now. And we just came out with our very own fucking design banger, our back pillar, and that thing. I really underestimated how well it was gonna function with like slightly larger dabs, and it really it's a completely different kind of hit, and that's like the best way I can put it for people when they ask me how it hits. I'm like, dude, it's smooth and it's scary how much vapor it produces when you really hit it hard. Like it's weird how it's weird how chalked up your piece can get when you decide to really rip into that vac pillar, and you're only going in at like 480, so nothing too sharp. I'm sure I could go in a little bit warmer, but I haven't taken a very, very, very big dab off of it. But I've taken like a point 0.3, point 0.4 off of it, and it's like it's a different. You definitely get pretty amazed about how much vapor you end up exhaling in the first draw. You know, it's usually, for me at least, the second draw has a little bit more vapor in it than the first, but it's that thing packs a punch, and it's for me. I think it has a lot to do with the vacuum that happens when you do cap it, you know. But I'm super stoked about that one. So we're gonna be doing that and doing different variations of that. And where I have JMass glass quartz, they're actually going to be attempting to make that particular vac pillar stateside his own way. I'm giving him free reign to basically be like, hey, this is the idea I had, and share with him that idea, and then resell what his brain comes up with. So I'm super stoked on that. Some American quartz, super stoked.
Hell yeah, brother. I'm looking forward to seeing what all comes out of that. Honestly, I'm going to just have to start rocking an adapter in my drop down and get 14 millimeters because nobody's making 18 millimeters anymore. And I don't want to, like, I feel bad asking you to make like one for me to buy. So I'm just going to
Dude,
have to rock an adapter and do it.
it's crazy that it's like it's not like hard to get them, like every time this last time they fucked up yet again because I have ordered 18s, but they just forget to put them in there. Because I tell them, you know what, just give me 5 and 5 and 5, like 545, 590s, and 5 female 90s. And he's like, no, I won't charge it. I won't charge you. I won't charge you. I'll just stick them into your order. And I'm like, all right. And fucking never come, dude. So this time I'm going to order them and for sure force them to fucking send me those 18s because the back pillar definitely at an 18, my God. My God.
I want to say, and that's the thing is that I want to experiment with the airflow and see if even giving it that extra little bit will maybe chalk up a piece even more.
Bro, the crazy part about it is that because of the halo design that we kind of the halo design that is part of the back pillar, the slurper design of it, because you're taking in the hash midway up the banger, And because the pillar on the inside is creating the vacuum instead of coming from the horizontal angle, it's coming from directly above, and it has the Venturi effect coming from the airflow slits that we created in it. Um, that basically effectively traps the oil inside of that pillar. So whatever heat is in there is going to get transferred into the hash that you're smoking for sure. And it doesn't ever cross. It seems for me at least when I took the big hit, I'd have to hit it pretty fucking obtusely hard to get anything really to draw down into the center hollow pillar that
It's a
creates the
lot of effort,
vacuum.
like an
Dude,
unnecessary amount of effort.
I would say bordering on the line of whore-ish type suction. You know, like whorish. Like,
Vacuum clean.
yeah, like Bangkok style whorish, ladyboy style. Like, just, it's not worth it. Like, it's honestly, when I've taken small hits out of it, it, because, a lot of people nowadays with bangers, they like to see a show, you know?
Yeah,
And I'm trying to get away from that because it's like how it is effective. I love using my tower that I have. I love using the pillar that I have. I think they work effectively really well together. But am I just doing all this? Is it the most effective? Could I do it without it? Like how could I do it with less? And that's the design I came up with this vac filler. I'm like, the only tough thing about the vac filler is how you end up having to clean it. And cleaning is basically dunking. You have to dunk that. There's no getting a Q-tip down. So you can be super anal and get some tweezers and get some cotton down the side of the wall and all that. But effectively, if you can dunk it and you have very little left, um, you can effectively just kind of burn that off if you do it in a in a particular way on your banger. But really, they're not going to be expensive bangers. You'll have the opportunity to buy it at a very affordable price. So even if you do chaz it, you're not going to be extremely upset because it's only going to be $30.
it's not gonna break the bank.
Yeah, it's not going to break the bank. So it's like in 6 months, I'm sure you'll be able to grab another $30 banger. It's not going to be that big a deal. And effectively, like I look at this as just another way of like if you've seen the top knots. Like I'm not a fan of the top knot like quartz banger, but people who like to take their dabs a little warmer, like the top knot. They like, and that top knot gets chazzed as fuck. Like I don't think I've seen very many clean ones just because of the way that.
I'll have to check out that design, brother, because honestly, it's not ringing a bell, really.
No, you know
This
dude.
is so wild for me because the last time I smoked weed, it was just out of a bong. Now there are all these levels and versions. You can get it in a pen. Fuck. Oh, yeah, brother. You got it in a pen. You can dab it. You got edibles. Like, there's so many different avenues. I will be right back, guys. It is 12:31, so we're going to take that shot. I just need to take a leak real quick. Brother Mario, I
Take a
apologize
leak. Take
for
a leak.
interrupting you. I will be
Oh
right
no,
back.
not at all, dude. You need to go You need to go drain the main vein, and you got to do it. You can't be wasting time. You only get one liver. You only get one urethra. Treat it with love and respect. Well, I hope you guys all have a wonderful 2023. It started off great. It's gonna end just the same like it just ended this last year. And, I'm super glad Mikey was on, and I'm super glad we got to get on here and smoke all kinds of hash with you guys. Take some fucking stuff. It's metal or what is? I listen to everything, brother. I love metal. When I go to the gym, it's all metal. It's all whatever kind of metal. Uh, I like 80s music. I like very little country music. Um, I like old school hip hop. I like from Jay Dilla to Flying Lotus to like I'll listen to some Coldplay, dog. But again, I listen to everything, man. I'm pretty. I also like underground house music, techno, underground music. We go to old school underground events. We just came back from one and realized how old we were. It was pretty sad. You go to the gym, dude. My go-to gym stuff, man. I do go recently just because I've been sick and I've been on break. We haven't been going to the gym too much, but if I wasn't sick, I'd be going this entire week. But my usual gym stuff is about 20 minutes on the elliptical, doing higher resistance of like 9 to 10. But I'm trying to do 2 miles under 17 minutes. So you're huffing it. You're trying to get through that. So that's what I do for the first like half hour, 20 minutes. Sometimes after the 20 minutes, if I can, after like the 16, trying to get 2 miles under 16, I'll just continue to go for another 20 minutes. And then after that, I get off and I have a whole list of weightlifting exercises that I started with one of my good friends, Tim, a really good friend, Tim, who gave me a regimen. I was very basic for a starter, and it was good to start out with that because I was fucking sore for forever. I thought I fucked my back up for sure, but it was just me being a little bitch and the growing pains. So, I am shedding some weight. I did shed quite a bit of weight, but I did it a lot more uniformly. Like, we do a 24-hour fast basically, during our normal cycles of living. Like right now, again, we're on vacation, so everything's fucked up. I'm not in ketosis whatsoever, so it's like it's just enjoying the time right now. But once during my normal day routine, we're fasting pretty much. We eat one meal a day, unless I really hit the gym hard. But I come home and I'll eat probably like 4 eggs with a little bit of sausage and bacon, that's it. I don't really do too many carbs unless I really feel like I need to, and if it is, it's a simple one like white rice. Um, Usually that's the go-to is white rice, but
I was gonna
most
say
like
white
half.
rice is a really easy go-to, brother. Yep.
Yeah, dude, it's a very easy go-to, but I try and minimize it. It's only when I basically tell myself I have to earn carbs, because when you're at the gym and you do push hard and you just come home to just do pure protein, you can get a little headache. You can become a little bit of an asshole towards like 3 o'clock. So I definitely, on the days I push hard, I'll cook up like a half cup of rice, and I'll probably eat about a cup of that rice, and that's about it. But it definitely helps. It does something for me that keeps me on the up and up. And I'm still losing weight, so it's not like it's affecting me too much. But when I do get on a crazy kick and just do hardcore ketogenic diet, it's really beneficial for me. And the gym wise, it helps, dude. Like when you start going to the gym a lot, you start becoming more addicted to it, and it's a thing that it's not like it has to become a meditative thing for people. I think in order for people to really enjoy it, they gotta understand that if you can start the day by feeling the shittiness you feel at the gym, everything else throughout the rest of the day doesn't feel so bad. The person that cuts you off doesn't piss you off very much. The shit that should get you to worry doesn't make you worry so much. Like if you torture yourself physically, it's a lot easier to get through some more emotional things throughout the day. It's helped me at least. So that's the bigger thing, man. Like that's the reason why I'm most addicted to going to the gym is feeling that tiredness after you're done.
A level of peace, you could say.
You gotta earn your peace, son. That's how
Uh,
that's how I kind of feel about it. So
My brother says, I found it best to own some weights at home. Seems less of an obstacle. Yeah, then it's harder to give yourself excuses. That is
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah. That's a good way of looking at it. I myself, I like because my wife works pretty early right now, so like we get up at basically 4, and then she has to be at work by 5. I get back home. If I'm tired from the last workout, I might sleep another like 30 minutes to an hour, and then go to the gym. But usually, it's like right after that, I like to head to the gym when it's still dark. And so it's like at like 5:30, 6 o'clock, I'll be at the gym getting it in to get out of there by like 7:30, 8 o'clock. Get back home, chill, take a dab, feed the boys, and get everything ready to go for the day, man. I gotta get that shit in, or else I'm gonna feel all fucked up.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. I think I'm gonna
Well,
check out for the evening, but before we do
yes,
that,
sir.
we are gonna take that last one. Brother Mario, thank you so much for
Swiggins.
joining us this evening.
Bro,
Always,
thank you for letting me join.
hell yeah. Brother Matt, always good to see you in the chat, fam. Love you. Glad that you are doing well. And thank you for bringing in the New Year's with us. You know, it's always good to
Thank
have family in the chat. So, seven
Yes,
homies,
sir.
thank you for joining us. And again, Happy New Year 2023. Let's make it a good
Happy
one.
New Year, guys. Happy New Year's. 2023. Here we go.
My little brother says, last dab. I'll take a small one. Because that's the thing is with my sinus infection, that garlic cake is fucking me all up.
Ah,
And plus, just smoking in general, like, dude, when you can't breathe through your nose, it's hard to properly take dabs and shit. So
yeah, you're like dying as you're taking a dab.
I will take a small one. Let's take it. Let's take a small one before we head out.
Okay, I'm gonna clean this fucking clean this up here.
My little brother says, "Peace and love. Glad to be here, dude. It's good to see you. I'm glad that you checked into the chat. Glad that you made a new friend. Brother Mario is a very good friend of mine. He's an awesome dude. So, Brother Mario, the reason why I keep calling this guy my little brother is I'm maybe 2 years older than him, but we were in the same town. He grew up somewhere else, and then he transplanted in. And
Oh,
for a good couple of years, we were very, very close. So he spent a lot of time at my house, and he's a very, very good friend of mine. He's like family. So um,
fuck yeah.
we have a lot of history.
Hell yeah, that's what's up, dude. That's always so. Did you guys just recently reconnect?
You know what? We've always kind of been around. Like we never really like fell off the radar with each other. So it's we've always kind of been around, which I think is awesome.
That's
Let's
what's up.
He
That's
said,
what's up,
"Yeah,
man.
I'll join for a fatty first of the year dab. Let's do it." Hey, yeah,
Yeah,
the good old bowling days with Yu-Gi-Oh and so on. Yeah, we used to go to the fucking bowling alley for the on Fridays. They would do a blacklight night where you could just pay a couple bucks and they would give you your a couple lanes for a couple hours. I think every town does that has a bowling alley, but we hella did that. We went there.
hell yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, you guys are like me and my homie Ronnie. I've known my homie Ronnie since the first or second grade, I want to say. But my homie Ronnie and I, we it's not like we talk every day for sure. Hell no. But I check in on him at least once a month, like just to see where he's at. And we've known each other for a long ass time. Even sometimes it can go longer than that, bro. It has. Like me and him haven't talked for like 3 years at one stint, 6 years. Not for like because we didn't get along. We were just busy. We had each other's numbers. It just never like we wouldn't say never. Like we would hit each other up, like, how you doing? Like, oh, I'm alright, I'm doing this and that, catch up, smoke a blunt, and then that was it. You know, like then I wouldn't hear from him for a little while. You know, but he's on his own little journey right now too. So we check in on each other and stuff. So it's like very similar, dude. Very similar. That's what's up. Yeah. Gonna toss this fucking peeler in here. You know what?
Oh, it's gonna take a little bit before I cool down. I'm at about 720 right now.
Mm.
Spicy.
Spicy. That's so spicy in the middle now.
My little brother says, "Yeah, we never lost connect. Anyway, peace out, my dudes. Much love, brother. Thank you for tuning
Much
in.
love,
I'm gonna
man.
take this last dab, and then yeah, I think actually I might see if there's a line at Jack in the Box. We'll get a
Yeah, oh, dude. Checking the box. I
hamburger
can't.
for the beer.
Yes, sir. Me and the wifey are bought like 4.5 pounds of fucking shrimp at Costco and a bunch of steaks, a bunch of ribeyes. So we had ribeyes and shrimp and got a bunch of drinks. It's been good.
That's the way to do it, brother. Surf
Oh
and turf.
yeah. Surf in the turf. I got shrimp for fucking 2 days.
Shrimp and steak. Can't go wrong with that, sir.
No sir.
Especially ribeyes. Ribeyes are my favorite. That shit is
Oh
just
dude.
the marbling.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. You can't go wrong with that shit. I got
Uh,
some of it.
my little brother says, I saw Mike hit a rack so hard that it knocked a pin out of the lane. It re-racked. Then he hit that pin and hit a strike on the rack. Made no sense.
As long
Well,
as we got that power, son.
about 20 miles an hour, brother, I can throw a 16-pound ball.
Jesus Christ, dude, you don't need to aim shit. You just fucking fire that fucker down the way. Cheers, guys. Looking that clean front.
There was actually there was a time at a tournament that I threw a gutter ball and it rebounded off the gutter so hard it actually came back and I got a strike. Like it, it was weird because it like it went into the gutter right as it was coming up towards the pins and it just had so much momentum. It went whoop whoop and just launched across the other side and I was like, "Oh shit."
That's so funny. It launched into the pocket and struck.
It was dope.
That was fucking cool.
But that was I used to be a little bit heavier, and that was a goal of mine. Was like how hard can I throw the heaviest ball that we're allowed to have? So I used to roll with a 16-pound ball, and I used to
Yep.
throw that about 19, 20 miles an hour.
Jeez, dude. Like that's all momentum, bro. Like that's fast for a fucking 20-pound ball, dude. Or for a 16-pound ball. 20 miles an hour for a 16-pound ball. That's fucking fast.
Love to bowl though. Bowling is hella
Dude.
fun.
Bro, I've forgotten the golf bug, man. Like I'm starting. It's bad. I'm
Golf is
fucked.
fun too. It just takes a little bit of it. Well, I mean, it's like anything. It takes practice
Yep.
because you really got to focus on hitting that shit on a consistent basis where you want it to go, and
Yep.
controlling a
Yep.
golf ball is not an easy thing.
Dude, some people are like, no, dude, you really gotta spend a couple weeks at a range, learn how to do shit. And I went and played 18 holes with my brother-in-law, and I was like, dude, I was not ready for this. Like, I got like maybe three good solid hits in. But no, I worked on some stuff this week, and dude, I'm like, I see why people get addicted to this fucking little game here, man. It's fun, man. It's very very fun. That game
Grows
with
on.
less is more. Yep, yep. It goes just like bowling did for me, you know. Like it's. I'm like, I see why people like it.
My little brother says it's the closest thing you can get to a snipe shot in bowling. Yeah, that shit was pretty cool. Back in the
Dude, hell
day.
yeah,
Back
hell
in the
yes.
day.
Well, bro, I don't want to keep you from your glorious Jack in the Box line. I love you. Thanks for everybody coming in and fucking hanging out, and thank you for letting me come in and take dabs and take some fucking shots. And
Seven
I hope
homies in the
everyone.
chat right now, brother. So yeah, we got to do it again. I mean, I'm totally.
Yes.
So I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow so we can do
Yeah.
the Science Theater 3000 thing and watch Army of Darkness.
Fuck yes.
All right.
All right, brother.
Love you. Have a good
Love
night.
you, man. Have a good one, guys. Everybody have a great 2023. Started off
Yes.
right.
My little brother says I love doing that ever since though. I've gotten better at it, but I try to carry on the legacy of the midnight rave bowls we did. Dude, yeah, that was a lot of fun. He says, night, my dudes. Night, everybody.
All right, brother.